Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, back with another episode coming to you on Tuesday night. Yeah, it's Tuesday night. As I'm watching the Los Angeles Lakers just let the Toronto Raptors get off a 3-point shootout here against them. Emmanuel quickly is getting absolutely busy right now. Toronto couldn't shoot the 3-2 great in the first half. Now quickly is skipping up the court in Los Angeles, reminding people that he's a bucket. He's a bucket, and the Lakers don't have many buckets out there, man. And that's what I wanted to talk to about right now. While the game is on, I'm watching the game. I'm back here, and wanted to go live earlier today, but my terroristic puppy just wasn't having it, and he just kept, basically being a menace to society. So I'm here now. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a good day. And we'll talk some Laker basketball right now because it's, man, like I said, it seems whoever plays the Los Angeles Lakers, full-fledged 3-point shootout, man. And like I said, Toronto wasn't shooting the lights out early, but they're 9 for 24 now, 37.5%. But the Los Angeles Lakers, man, have taken 24 3-pointers already. Come on, man. You can't do that, man. You don't got shot makers, Lakers. You don't got shot makers. You got shot takers, but you don't got shot makers. Play to your strengths. That's the topic of the video. Kind of while we watch the game here. But AD dominated the first quarter. And honestly, I used to love when I saw that. 2020, when AD dominated early, I would get excited. Now when AD dominates early, I get worried because I'm like, he's not going to touch the ball again. He's not going to score. And now he's sitting here. What's AD at right now? We're like 19. Yeah, 19 points. He's a -9 after like 16 points in the first quarter. That's crazy. Like, that's where I wish AD would be like, yo, you saw what I did in the first quarter, right? Give me the rock, man. Give me the rock. And these dudes just don't seem willing to do that with AD, man. And it's annoying. It's pain, it's a struggle to watch. But anyways, let's tap in with who's in here. I appreciate you guys taking time to, while watching the game to pull up. Appreciate you. Big Baby Sports, what's going on, bro? Hope you're having a good one, man. Eric Kwan says tight game. Absolutely. Thanks for pulling up, Eric. Appreciate you, brother. Giovanni says, I feel so bad for my boy Dan, the Lakers fan. So much support. Go Lakers. Yeah, man. Dan is having a rough go right now on this channel right now, man. And it just sucks. But like, same thing that happened when he got demonetized. What did I tell you guys? Like Dan's going to be fine. I promise you. Today was a rough day. I threw my full support behind him. I will continue to do so. I would suggest and hope you guys do the same. I promise you, I'm not worried about Dan. I'm not worried about Dan because Dan gonna land on his feet. Dudes like Dan, where he comes from, you're not just gonna lay them down like that. Like, he's gonna get up, trust me. So when it comes to Dan, he's strong as a mother. So he's got good people and good family behind him. I promise you, Dan will be straight, man. So when I say I'm not worried about him, it's not that I don't care, because I absolutely do, and I will continue to support. But I don't worry about Dan because he's a winner and a fighter. So he gonna be all right. I promise. We have great days and we have bad days. He just had bad ones today, you know what I'm saying? But that's our brother, and he's gonna be straight. Bet that. Hopefully the Lakers get a win tonight. Absolutely. Hopefully, but 70-62 right now. Toronto out there in a 3-point shooting competition. Like I said, Boston just got busted in the face right there. Pause. Wow. But yeah, hopefully they can get something going here, man. Like, I don't know what's going on. They're not playing to their strengths. At all. It's just frustrating to continue to see. Players too, the players, like, just get out there. Players have to recognize that AD has 16 points in the first quarter. If I'm Ham, I'm benching anyone who's not getting him the ball. But outside of that, the players got to recognize that too. So Ham got to be on his players, but these players are veteran enough, excuse me, to recognize that as well. Search and Destroy, what's going on? Look at Search clocking in early over here. What's going on, bro? The mod father, the mod god, pulling up the mod of mods. Appreciate you, bro. Look at these dudes playing hot potato volleyball. Here comes Braun on the fast break, just bumping into every dude in red, just bully ball going up. No foul, nope, layup. There's the and one. Shoulder roll. There we go. Keep rolling. There we go. What up, KD? Thanks for pulling up, brother. Appreciate you, man. What's good with you? I'm good. Oh my, man. We got the young OG, Young Pocky hits him up. What's going on, Young Africa? How you doing, brother? Hope you're having a good one, man. When you go pull up Africa, man, you be popping in and out now. You ghosting people, bro. Where you at? You still in here? Let me know. I need to make sure it's Young Africa in here, man. I ain't see my guy for a minute, man. Please like, subscribe, share, and dunk on that notification bell to get notified when we go live, such as nights like tonight. I rarely go live on YouTube during games. 70-65, little under 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Toronto with the lead. I rarely go live during a game. But tonight, you know what I mean? I was sitting here watching and didn't get a chance to go live earlier because I told you my puppy is nuts. And so I'm not going to be able to go too late tonight. So I wanted to tap in, second half with you guys here. There you go, Braun. There you go, Braun. All right, well, 72-67, still down 5. You got to get stops, though, guys. You got to get stops, man. You got to play defense, too, man. Come on. But yeah, so shout out to y'all for pulling up, man. And if you haven't done so already, drop a like on the video. We are up to 887 subscribers now, man. Let's try to get to 900 tonight. Let's try to get to 900, man. And then the main goal right here is 1,000. But if we can get to 900, that'll mean that we have got to 800 faster than it took from 600 to 700, and then from 700 to 800, and we will have got to 900 the fastest as far as 100 span. So we're on the right path here, man. 72-70. Let's go, Los Angeles Lakers. 5 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Darvin Ham is having an out-of-pocket experience right now. We can see his hands, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel. 887 right now. I'm trying to get to 900 tonight. Might be a little unrealistic, but it's been a good day today, man. We picked up like 30 subs. So appreciate y'all, man. Kareem did a really good shout out today for me and Big Baby on his channel. So that definitely helped get a push right there. And so shout out to my brother Kareem, man, for just mentioning me and taking time in his video to shout me out and plug the channel. So appreciate that without a doubt, man. So let's see. We got Jordan in the building. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Reeves is untouchable though and has no defense at all. Nice. Yeah, he doesn't close out on shooters to save his life, man, at all. Like he gives way too much space because he's scared of the drive. And that's just just the way it is right now. Young Africa, you want to pull up? Let me know. Let me know if you want to pull up, man. We need to rap, man. I ain't rap for you in a minute though. So let me know if you want to pull up. Let me see here. Big Baby says, but I understand it because everybody wants to get to play the Lakers at the best. It's not surprising anymore. The Lakers play 82 playoff games a year, Big Baby. And I was seeing this dude, Justin Termini on NBA radio, who I mess with all the time, man. I talk a lot of trash to him. He talks trash to me too. When like he has a great show over there with Eddie Johnson, man. But he's always throwing jabs over the Utah Jazz have the same record as the Los Angeles Lakers, and they're not complaining about health and marketing has been out. I'm like, oh yeah, because teams across the world circle the Jazz on their calendar every single night like they do the Los Angeles Lakers. You're on to something, Mr. Justin Termini. You're on to something, man. God bless you for being on to something that we didn't realize, that everyone circles the calendar when they play the Utah Jazz every game. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Put a one in the chat if y'all know that, because I did not know that. Justin Termini might be on to something, man. I don't know what's up with this guy, but he's like he's just discovering things out here, man. Let me creep down here and see if Africa still checking in here. Okay, let me drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link for Africa right now. So this ain't gonna be an open panel, y'all. Just gonna drop it for Africa. So give me 1 second. Gotta wrap with my guy here, man. I ain't heard that young energy from young Africa in a minute. So gonna get young Africa up in here. Let me get through these chats real quick. Stanley Johnson, the GOAT. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate the Lakers playing sloppy. Sorry, not happy. Again, we need to cut Reddish minutes. Try to put Crestia out there. Who, Cam Reddish or my guy LOE? Shout out to LOE, man. Make sure to go to his channel and drop a sub there. He calls him Can't Reddish. That's hilarious. Hey, Craig, what's up? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. Keep it 100. What's going on, man? AD took one shot attempt in the second, I believe. Yeah, that was just trash, man. That's on the coach. That's on the team. That's on AD. That's on all parties involved. That's on there right there. He's not an alpha. You know what? I was seeing this interview with Doc the other day, and the one he did with KG and Paul Pierce, and he was talking about it. And he said he sees him, and he's like he just sees him as Pippen now. And he said that he called Coach Calipari and asked him about it. Like, he won a national championship, only scoring 6 points, but dominating the entire game on the defensive side. And he said that Calipari had basically told him, like, if he had his choice and his decision, like he's got the skill, he can do it, but he'd rather defend. Like he'd rather do it the defensive way. And that's just what it is. That seems to be true, man. Angel Torres says, not watching the game tonight. I'm working, sadly. It's all right, man. It's 72-70 right now, Angel. 4.5 minutes to go in the third. I'll do my best to keep you guys up to date on the score here as it gets close. But a 2-point game, the Lakers should be up in this game. But Toronto got busy here in the third quarter from 3, and the Lakers are kind of starting to balance it out now. And ladies and gentlemen, we got my guy Young Africa in the building. What's up, my guy?
Blessings, Jeff. How you be, my brother?
I'm good, man. No complaints. Feeling blessed, and just going through a normal day here, watching the Lakers struggle. It's cold as hell outside, and for LA, that's
man. I see, man. Hey, shout out to the whole, community. I see you blowing up, man. You kind of like a big deal right now, Jeff, man. You kind of like a big deal. I know. Shout out to the Clips, though. I think you know what I'm saying, man. Kind of like
Yeah,
a
no, I got you.
big
I don't know if
deal.
I'm a big deal, but I definitely feel the momentum, man. So I appreciate
Well,
that,
not
man.
definitely, man. Congrats on that. And interesting game, bro. Very interesting game, man. These Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors. I would personally say, watching this game, probably the most like the Lakers in the NBA, right? Lack of floor spacing.
Yeah,
We got more slashes than shooters.
yeah.
Outside of not having veterans like LeBron and AD. Interesting. That's why I think it's going to be close. Half court offenses are kind of average on both teams. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, and Toronto's been scoring a lot since the trade. The guys are out there
Mm.
chucking up. They got Dennis out there, so he's gonna do Dennis things eventually. But it's the funny thing is I like Dennis. I'm just playing. But you know how guys get amped up when they're playing their former teams, right? Sometimes they try a
Mhm.
little too hard. So he's coming off talking like this should have been his team, should be a starter. So he may be
Mhm.
pressing a little bit too hard here. Got Vando on Dennis. That's interesting. But yeah, I think you're right about that. The lack of spacing, but the same thing. They when they get hot, they can make them, but then eventually they fall off a cliff or
Mhm.
they start off the game horrible. These guys are pretty matched up. Neither one, man, it's a take right there. These guys neither should be shooting the volume of threes, but you got quickly new dudes out here. Was Vandal putting up? Okay, about to say no way he's shooting that. I might be ahead of you, behind you. I'm not sure, but
I
but I
got
saw.
about 340 left in the third, but yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So you're about to see what I just so okay, Braun. You could tell Braun after that last game, he's trying to save himself, not for marriage, but trying to save himself for the second half here.
Mm.
Little energy wise, we're going to see that sometimes. I think he took the last game. He made a point to lead by example and set the tone early in that game. I don't know how often we're going to get that from him, but we got that last game. We needed it. And I'm going to ask you something real quick. I'm going to get you guys comments in a second, guys. But I got young greatness in the building here, man. So I got to ask you a
So
couple
love,
questions.
so love.
So I look around some of these teams around the league that I could say that we could definitely struggle with. Obviously, the lower teams we seem to play down to that competition. But the one thing I'm curious to get your your feeling on this is that the Lakers for the longest time had no wings, right? The Clippers just tons of wings. Phoenix Suns with Kevin Durant, like these. I feel like the teams with the wings, the ones that gave the Lakers the most fits, the Lakers are now equipped to beat them, and they are 5-0 combined against the Clippers and Suns so far this season.
Mm.
So if they could find a way to when I'm looking around the league as far as what the Lakers need, if they could replace Cam Reddish with a wing who can be at least somewhat of a threat offensively, but a wing, somewhat that can bring his at least level of defense, but step up on the offense and get any type of big, I think they can overcome the lack of shooting. Because when the wings are there, and it's just when you look at it, the Clippers are playing out of this world, and the Lakers can be right there with them because of their wing depth. What do you think about that?
That is interesting. The type of player you're talking about, I think would be a very valuable player in the NBA. That kind of guy who can bring the same level of defense as a Vanderbilt and give you offense as well, an adequate amount of offense, even if it's average. That's a OG Anunoby type of guy, right? And so
Yeah.
that's interesting. It may be even Kelly Oubre on the lower side. He's still getting a lot of money. All guys like even the Karis LeVert, who's more offensive defense. I'm not sure, but with this team, Jeff. You remember me last season, right? With this team, I've been hot and cold on this team for a long time. I was more on the side of the blow it up train last season, at the end of last season, more than if you don't get a Kyrie Irving, if you don't get a fourth quarter closer, you might as well blow it up because this team ain't going to be good enough. And then over the offseason, your optimism got to me. You know what I mean? You talked about all the possibilities and potentials, and you talked such a nice game, Jeff, that I softened up my stance and I gave him a chance. Yeah, I leaned back off of Darvinham. I leaned back off of what I felt was not good enough. And even though we got to the conference finals, we were so far away from being a championship team. I thought either make a big splash or we got no chance. And so now, when you say about Phoenix Suns and Clippers, what I noticed from the Phoenix Suns and Clippers is they're trash rebounding teams. One thing we can do at a high level is rebound the ball when we have those wings on the court. So when we're not playing small ball, we're actually going big, and we actually play a Christian Wood and an AD together with LeBron James. Now you got guys that can rebound, and against these average rebounding teams, crashing the boards, offensive rebounds, controlling the game with the rebounds, you can beat these teams who are gonna pretty much beat you with their offense. So I don't know how good this team is. I really still don't know how good this team is. So I want to ask you the question of, as we see this game go back and forth with the play-in Toronto Raptors, right?
Mhm.
Like how good is this team when it comes to, is it more of the narrative that I've been hearing recently of when they try, they're actually very good. Shout out to Dan Lakers fan. When they try, they're actually a great team. They could beat anybody on any given night when they try and they give max effort. And then when they don't, we look very bad. Or is it more about the inadequacies and the weaknesses of this team that is really why they're not a consistently elite team in the NBA, man? What
Man,
is
that
it?
is all great points. And as far as me turning you around on that, I'm an excellent salesman, man. I'm one
No.
of the best in the world, bro. I'm a beast in it. Not on, but I really did. I really thought that they took what they had last year and built on it. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that the moves they made in the off seasons were great.
Mm,
It turned out to be not great, right? But so when looking at it, I think you're absolutely right. But when you're talking about Christian Wood, see, my thing about Christian Wood is there's a couple of reasons. And my philosophy with not wanting to start Christian Wood was because of AD. So my belief has always been when AD starts off great, we're almost unbeatable. But then he starts to fall off a cliff in the second quarter. So like in 2020, when he was leading the league and scoring in the first quarter, we won a championship. Everyone talks about the two bigs, but it really was his aggressiveness in the first quarter that really led to all of that. And then when you get into Christian Wood, if you're starting Christian Wood, right, you got 80, good pass, 82-78 Lakers here. If you get into where you've got Anthony Davis and Christian
mm,
Wood, one, I worry about does AD be less aggressive because you got another scoring big out there. Two, who are we taking out? We're moving Braun to the wing, guard to the three to
yep.
guard wings. That worries me. And now you've got a starting lineup. A good take, D'Lo, man. 84-78 Lakers. Timeout Toronto, man. Drake is upset. RJ Barrett talking trash to D'Lo. There you go, D'Lo. Get busy.
Mm.
But what I'm saying is when you get into that, now you look out there. So you're gonna have is it Cam out there with them? Like who is it? Because if you're moving, who are you taking out of the starting lineup at that point? Prince? Probably not. So you're moving maybe Prince to the two. So at this one,
Yeah, I'm moving Reddish out of the starting lineup. Yep.
and
Yep.
Prince to the two. Okay.
Yep.
So this is my question here. So the amount of pressure that D'Lo was barking. Okay. The amount of pressure that you put on Anthony Davis defensively now when you have Austin Reeves to guard point guards. Your two wing defenders are Braun and Prince. I don't want Braun good. Those are two disasters to me. AR guarding point guards and Braun guarding wings. Now, if you're playing, I do love the rebounding aspect, but which is why I probably wouldn't want that in a starting lineup. I like that as kind of an adjustment lineup. Come in, let's hit him with the two bigs and let's pressure him. Because I feel like whenever Christian Wood, when they hit him with that three big lineup against Phoenix and just threw him off, they didn't know what to do. I'm not saying to do that all the time, but what I like about AD and Christian Wood is they seem to play well together. They look for each other, and whether it be high low or AD looking for him in the corner. And Christian Wood, when AD is in the game, believe he seems to put the ball on the floor more. He looks to be a little bit more aggressive. But to me, it's like I can't have two guys out there because Christian Wood has spent half the season not being aggressive, being lethargic. So I can't have two guys who aren't known for high motor out there out the gate, because if they both start the game with no motor, we're down 15 quick. So that's how I look at it. I feel like you have to give to get in anything, right? That's why the lineup. So I probably didn't answer all your questions there, but I get what you mean about the rebounding, even though Zoo cooked us in the last game. But that I looked at that and I felt like that was more like Anthony Davis just kind of, and Christian Wood out there like flying their arms around trying to get fouls instead of just boxing out, bumping the dude back and jumping straight up to get the rebound. They weren't putting bodies on people. They were just jumping, expecting the ball to come to them. And with Anthony Davis is physical, then he could lead the league in rebounds if he wanted to. He could do a lot of things in this league if he wanted to.
AD hitting that midi recently too. Just hit that midi.
That's that 2020 midi right there. Dennis, come on, there you go. Dennis being Dennis. There you go. Give it to the guy in the key 45 seconds. There you go. But what I'm saying is, so when that's the thing that kind of bothers me about that. My question to you is this. So I've spoke on this multiple times. The best lineup the Lakers have with anything over 150 possessions from a net rating perspective, and it's a really good one. And I want to get your thoughts on this player. My move would be keep the lineup the same, take out actually not keep it the same. Actually, I actually like AR off the bench because I prioritize scoring off the bench. I'd rather start with a little bit of defense to try to suppress those other guys from getting hot out the start. It's just a philosophy. Everyone has a different one, right? So like when I coach, if I had bucket getters, I would never start my best five people because I need someone off the bench. So what I would do is in this lineup is right at least before the trade deadline, I want to see this lineup because the net rating is out of 150 something possessions is like plus 15, right? So it'd be D'Lo, Max Christie, Taurean Prince, Braun, AD. And first question of that is, I know I talked a while here, so just I'm gonna have you focus on the back end of this rant here. First thing first, what do you think of that lineup? And secondly, what are your thoughts on Max Christie? Because I would much rather have Max Christie getting all of these Cam Reddish minutes.
I actually like Max Christie. I think Max Christie is a better offensive player than on Cam Reddish, and he was a similar defensive player. Maybe not as big, not as strong yet, but I think he's more valuable and a better all-round player at this point than Cam Reddish. So I'm not against that, and it provides us more athleticism. He's been able to shoot the ball well this season, so I'm not against that. I would just question. Um, Yeah, why take Austin Reeves out of the starting five when he's been playing so well and clearly are playing D'Lo when you need some tempo and momentum with LeBron playing off ball to start the game? That's interesting.
Well, just because I feel that Austin Reeves plays the same no matter where he plays in the game. He's going to obviously more than likely close the game,
Mm,
but I want that really solid 6-man guy coming off the bench, and I think Austin can be that because he plays the same way each time. I'm just saying when you look at the metrics, let me load this lineup up. Let me load it up real quick
mm,
because when you see the metrics of this lineup, I feel like you have to try it. Like you have to almost at this point,
mm.
especially if they lose this game. Like the fact that and the fact that if I know this, they use these same systems, right? So like if I know this, the team knows this absolutely. They know they've forgotten more than
Definitely,
we'll ever know.
definitely.
So
Yeah,
my thing is like they know this. Why isn't this lineup being played? And this isn't just I'm not saying just Ham, the front office, the analytics people, like all of them have to know like what this lineup is. So let me get to differential here. So here we go. So it is 156 possessions, and they are plus 16.7 in point differential. So where they suffer definitely is offensive rebounding. They definitely suffer that there. But this lineup has over 100. It has 156 possessions, and they're scoring about 120 and a half per 100 possessions. That's basically
mm,
per game there. So that's the best lineup they got, and they're not
mm.
even throwing it out there. So
That's interesting.
I don't know why they
Um,
wouldn't at least try that lineup. Because everything that we see would indicate that they'd come out the gate much better to start the game. And let me address this real quick. Angel, well, we
mhm.
were talking about Dan. If you didn't catch Dan's stream earlier, so Dan just he was demonetized for 3 months. A few of the community we had around here, Big Art Sports, Dan the Laker fan, they were demonetized for about 3 months. Both of them, both got back up and running. And let's just say that like the monetization hasn't been the same since they've been back since before they left. So it's a tough adjustment. These guys went 3 months without the monetization. They got it back. They work hard. They're out here just killing it, show after show after show after show. And the let's just say that the monetization isn't the same as it was before. So it's just frustrating when you go through that. Now a lot of the guys, when you think about it, not everybody makes a lot of money in this. The sacrifice, the time given, like someone like myself, I'm still grinding to get to that 1,000 where I can even qualify. You know what I mean? I can get super chats right now, but I can't get any of that other stuff. And I'm still here every day doing it. So the sacrifice, and then Dan, who's got 6 years in his game, puts in all that work, right? And then gets hit with something out the blue and gets kind of shut down for 90 days, still continues to put in all the work without getting paid for it, comes back, is killing it ever since, literally like 3 streams a day, doing play-by-play live stream just left and right. And then to see that the monetization rate isn't the same on the comeback. So it was just a little frustrating to handle a lot today. And so he was trying to do the live when he kind of got like an email response, like he said, and just got an answer to it. And he was just in a place of frustration. But like I said, I'm telling you, Dan will be straight. I promise you. You got a good team behind him, and he's far from a quitter. But that's what happened. So it happened on his stream earlier. So just showing love. I hit him off with super chats. I suggest everyone else that supports him, do the same. We'll lift the spirits a little bit. But go ahead, Africa. I don't remember like where we left off there, but
Oh no, you were talking about the lineup, and it's interesting because they're actually running a similar type of lineup, I guess. But Max Christie is out there with D'Angelo Russell, but it is AD, Prince, and Wood. And so
instead of LeBron, yeah.
interesting. Yeah, instead of LeBron, it's Wood, but it's interesting that D'Lo and Christie would work well. I guess D'Lo gets to handle the ball so well, define
Mm-hmm.
roles. I'm not sure what makes that lineup so great. They have floor spacing. Christie, D'Angelo can hit the three. Taurean Prince can hit the three. So maybe they have enough space. They're not really slashes or AD and LeBron know exactly what they want to do, what they can do, which spaces on the floor they'll attack from, but it's interesting, man. An abundance of riches, and yet the combinations have been awkward, man. And we were talking early in the season. Torian Prince might be that guy left out at the start of the season. Cam Reddish definitely the guy looking from the outside in, and yet it has become Rui Hachimura as the
Mhm.
man who been left out. After the playoffs and what he did, would have been the last guy coming off the bench that I thought was gonna get limited minutes, and that's an amazing revelation throughout the season, man. Amazing.
Yeah, he just hasn't been healthy all year. He just can't get right. Literally can't
Yeah.
get right at all. Every time, like Dar, when he started the season, I know he had a little nagging injury, so they're taking it easy with him. Then he got hurt again. He's just been in and out of the lineup so much. He can't get any consistency. And I think back to that lineup real quick while we were talking about it, I think why the reason that lineup works is because one, the length in that lineup. You got D'Lo with the wingspan. D'Lo's longer, like he's got a longer wingspan than people think. So if you've got D'Lo with length, you've got Max Christie with length, you got Torian Prince with length, you've got LeBron and AD out there. Also, Christie is able to stay in front of his guys easier than Austin Reeves can, and he doesn't give them as much space on their 3-point attempts as Austin does either. So, which is why, like, I would rather Austin off the bench with Austin Reeves is capable of starting. I'm just saying for this team with their struggles and trying to find Max Christie minutes, if you're starting Cam, I'd rather have Christie and Cam's minutes. Like, just look at the way, like, everything about Christie in this whole possession right here. He was on the wing, then he went low, then he popped up on the top. They're playing in a 3-2 zone on the top here, it looks like.
Exactly.
And then
Switches on to Scotty Barnes, gets back up onto Gary Trent Jr. Yeah, I see. Yeah,
but then they fell apart there at the end because Braun trying to play center and then pop up top. But what I'm saying is Austin Reeves aren't making any of those cuts on defense that we just saw Max Christie do. And then what that does is it saves D'Lo out there because D'Lo could be like, okay, I'm the offensive. Ooh, good pass, bro. Come on, go up, Vando. Okay. D'Lo's out there thinking, okay, I'm the point guard in the backcourt here. The problem is when you had D'Lo and Reeves in the backcourt, they're both ball handlers. And both can create their own shots, plus with Braun out there on the floor. With Max Christie, he has no intention of being a ball handler. He's going to play his role. He's going to run his cuts. He's going to get open. He's going to be ready to shoot the ball. He can hit that corner three. He can hit the mid range, and he's got boost. You know what I mean? So I just think it just makes too much sense for it not to at least be give it a try. But everything on the whole last defensive possession we just saw is pretty much why he should be in the game. He did great. They forced the ball where they wanted it to, but then Braun just dove up.
Exactly. No, I hear that 100%, man. And Vanderbilt has to finish that layup, but he at the line, and Lakers are down 2 right now. Yeah, we should get back to the game. It's gonna be interesting to see how we close, because one of the biggest issues I had and why I said I didn't believe in this team after what I saw in the playoffs last season was the fourth quarter offense. And can we close games, and do we have shot makers and shot creators that can be able to do that? And I still say no, and I still say the biggest weakness of this team is fourth quarter offense, man.
Christian
I still
Wood.
do that.
Yeah, we got shot takers, not shot makers. That's a fact.
Yeah.
So, Christian Wood with a good dribble pull up there. 91-91, little under 11 minutes to go in the game. Let's see who's that pull up for 3 right there. No, that was off from the get-go. Look at Vandal bring the ball up both times. Okay, gave it up there though. But Bron, you saved your energy in that first half, Bron. You got to get busy with Anthony Davis not on the floor. But look, the whole clear out to Brown over here. There you go. Wow. Man. Come on, here comes Barnes. Oh,
Reverse
Christian. Well, that was off. That was off Barnes. There we go. Yeah, that was off Barnes. Good job. Good job, Christian Wood. Yeah, run out of there. Get the ball in quick before.
Nice block. Nice block. We need to start Christian Wood. I don't know, man. But anyways, I see what you're saying about the wing defense of LeBron. It's sad that you have to essentially base your lineup, your best lineup, around the deficiencies of your 21-year vet. But
Reeves too. I'm okay with starting Wood if you're taking Reeves out for like I said, I don't want Reeves guarding point guards and I don't want Braun guarding wings. Both of those scenarios. I'll split the difference on one of them. You know what I mean? But like if you're gonna put Christian Wood in there and move Braun to the 3, Austin Reeves cannot be guarding point guards.
Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense.
Let's see here. I've been checking some of these chats real quick. Let's go. Let's get this win. This is a winnable game. Facts, Stanley. Let's see. Chris, the graphic guy. What's going on, my brother? Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. Fun fact, Africa's also a graphic designer here, man. But that's my brother Chris right there. He does all my artwork, man, right here, part of Court Kings over there. So appreciate you, brother. Angel said, all right, fellas, going to start driving. Drop a like there. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Good. Did they count that? Did they count that? Whatever. Kurt, what's going on, man? What's going on? Thanks for pulling up, Kurt. He said, hey, big deal, Jared. Young and all. Keep up the points in the paint. Yeah, I'm not a big deal. Not a big deal, man. Let's see. Craig says, Vando and Reddish don't handle the ball well or shoot well. Vandal was bringing the ball up court a couple times over here. Man, another 3D dude's putting up another make. Just catch, shoot. Gary Trent Jr. dreads in his eyes and all, just pulling, man. Man, just come on, Braun.
Yeah,
This is a game where Braun needs to just take over, man. These guys, I would get Christian Wood pull up from 3. That look good from the go. Bang, there we go. Sometimes you can tell just the way they snap their wrist. Like if their legs are set, that wrist snaps. Like you can just sometimes I know it's in. Yeah, or it's gonna be like in and out. It's gonna be right there. Like the first thing I look at is that wrist, man. If that wrist pops.
LeBron doesn't look like he's gonna be his aggressive self. He doesn't look like that. He's looking like AD gonna come back, and I want the team to be. Certain players. I feel like they want to see if the team can beat a team that they should beat. Right. I shouldn't have to be super LeBron to beat this team. Right. So we got D'Lo talking crazy right now. He's talking
him and Dennis going at it.
Yeah. He's talking to everybody. It's okay. So D'Lo, the one that looks like he's gonna turn up after this. So
yeah, he's frustrated. Well, the report came. Dennis is like, what?
Yeah. And shout out to Schroeder. You were one guy last season who talked about the value of what Schroeder brought, especially on his perimeter defense. And that's what we sorely lack this season, man. We lack a guy like that who's feisty, grinded, and you can rely on to, get the best guard on the other team. And we don't have that right now.
And he can get in their heads. So it's like, okay, D'Lo looking now. Come on, D'Lo.
And then he can beat his man off the dribble and get into the key and collapse the defense. Valuable traits that I undervalued, obviously.
Yeah, no, look at the shot that D'Lo does if you're behind.
That's what I mean. I told you. Yeah, he got that look in his eye.
Yeah.
Got that look in his eye. You don't want to trying to take
over here. Gary Trent is looking to pull up everything, man. He's looking to shoot everything. Yeah. Come on, Braun. Lakers 95, Toronto 94, 9-11 to go in the fourth quarter, man. Braun need to turn up right here. 80 should be in around the 8-minute mark, more than likely. Christian Wood, good close out. Christian Wood going. Okay, that should have been a no goaltend?
They're playing the 2-3 zone right now on this squad.
Yeah, they're hitting him with that Miami Heat, man.
Yeah,
they're giving him that Miami Heat, man.
Oh, Vanderbilt gets blocked by Scotty Barnes, and his finishing has degraded as opposed to increased and improved this season.
Yeah, I'm disappointed because I really thought I expected more of him this year. I'll be the first. My biggest disappointment, other than his health. Come on, hit that, Braun. He's chasing out those rebounds, though. He's in there by himself. So at some point, Christian Wood starts running the other way as soon as the shot goes up. But and if Gary Trent gets the ball, he's chucking it. Just there goes Barnes in. 96-95 Toronto.
Yeah.
AD should be getting to the scores table any minute now. They need to get him in.
Bro, call the timeout. Yeah. This lineup is not working out right now.
What did they just? It's called an offensive foul. Yeah, you need to talk to these guys right now. There's too much interaction going back and forth here. They need to. Everyone's mad.
Who? What?
Christian Wood. That was like Christian Wood. If we could combine the Raps and the Lakers, we'd have a great team. That's facts, Kurt. If you could just put these two teams together, we'd have a great team. That's facts right there, man. LA balling, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up. Lakers need a big bucket getter. Facts. That's one thing we keep talking about, man. It's been a fun game to watch. Hope you pull it off. Absolutely. Let me just get through a couple of these. Need to jump on my Max Christie train. Whoa, pause, Brandon Bernie. Come on, Brandon, man. This is a show for the family here, man. Why'd you live? Man, I'm like Ron Burgundy, man. I read the teleprompter. I need to chill. I got to catch these things, man. Austin Reeves needs to come off the bench. I don't know about needs, but I would kind of would prefer it just because, like I said, I'm comfortable with Austin Reeves being able to play his game, whether he starts, whether he finishes, whether he comes off the bench or not. I trust him out there. But as far as like to get off to good starts, seems like everything we try hasn't really worked to our advantage. I just really want to try that one lineup there. Little Chris Johnson, what's going on, man? Ham infatuation with Cam and Prince going to kill this team. Jeff, well, he brought this up, little Chris Johnson. Thanks for pulling up, Chris. Appreciate the support. And guys, if you haven't done so already, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll greatly appreciate it. What is your take on Taurean Prince this year? Because I feel like Taurean Prince is last year's Dennis. I think he's like the fans' whipping boy. I think when it comes down to Laker blame, it goes Darvin Ham, Taurean Prince, and it pretty much like stays within those two. What is your assessment of Taurean Prince so far this season?
Oh no, that's a good question. I would say this, right? So Taurean Prince came and we saw him as a guy that was going to be a fringe rotation player, right? We always got to look at the whole context and what was expected of him, right? He comes in, was it minimum contract, Jeff? Minimum contract?
No, he got the biannual mid-level, $4.9 million.
Yeah, okay. So mid-level contract, right? Low expectation, comes in for a depth role off the bench is what we assumed, right? He comes in and he plays 3 and D, played very well in the preseason. Was actually going off the dribble much more often than he has in the regular season. In the preseason, I remember seeing that. And he's
Yep.
shooting damn near pretty much 40% from three, giving you 10 points per game and giving you a lot of hustle defense. I have no issue with Torian Prince this season.
Yeah.
My issue, so to put it short, I got no problem. He's actually exceeded expectations and
Yeah.
solidified his role in the starting lineup because of the value of his 3 and D play. And so I got no issues with Torian Prince. I don't think that issue lies with Torian Prince. And we can't expect these role players to be such consistent players when their roles are changing on a game to game basis, consistently changing when it comes to the injuries we've had all season long, the lineups that we've had all season long. So I don't know what the issue with Torian Prince is. Now, Cam Reddish, you could question. It's
Yes.
amazing how Cam Reddish became, he came into the league, right, as an offensive player, right? 6'7",
Yep.
6'8", offensive player, and has now turned into a one-way defensive player. Amazing. I don't know. So
Yeah,
you can question that.
yeah,
Most definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And the thing is, it's all the victim. I always have this thing where I say where people go down a path too long that they just want to be right too much. They can't change their mind, right? So the people that were so convinced that they were talking Cam Reddish for so long and building him up and his potential, his potential, his potential. Cam has no potential. He is who he is. He's Cam. Like he is who he is already. But people don't want to be wrong, right? They want to be right, so they just can't let it go. So they don't want to blame Cam because they've been campaigning for him to play, campaigning for Cam, like they've been campaigning for him to play,
Campaigning. Yeah,
campaigning to
man.
get minutes, campaigning for the Lakers to get him. So they don't want to admit that he's trash. You know what I mean? So they don't want to admit that. So they want to blame Prince, who really, Torian Prince, the reason why, like, the man hit the 3 and the 2 free throws against the Clippers, hit the first 3 of the game, the last 3 of the game, and 2 clutch free throws, and guarded the wings the whole game. So what I'm saying is, like, look at our record against we have not beaten the Clippers in how long until this season, and it's literally because we got Torian Prince. Like, I get what the guys are doing on offense, but the fact that Braun doesn't have to guard those wings. Braun guarded Kawhi 6 times, I think, last game. Oh, man, terrible pass. Steal. Here
Exactly.
comes
And we talk
Toronto.
about shooting, and outside of LeBron's ridiculous and historical 3-point shooting team, after LeBron turns the ball over and
Yeah.
the Lakers down 5, is he is the next best shooter on the team, and technically you could be called the best shooter on the team. And so I don't
40%
know
from
how
3. 40%
exactly.
from 3.
I don't know what the issue is.
Get big. There you go, AD. Don't hang on the
Yeah.
rim. You know, they like to call that on you. But let me see here. Salute, Micah. Thanks for playing up, brother. Appreciate you. Let me just check on these real quick. Everybody saying what's up, what's up, what's up. I take pride in trying to get to every chat. So when I got panel, sometimes I fall behind. So let me just Vando useless on offense. Well, I will say this. Man, another 3, man. 103-97 Toronto, 7:15 left to go in the 4th. They just do not close out on 3-point
Gary
shooters.
Trent pulling it every time.
Dread eye out there, just dead eye and dread eye out there, man.
Dread eye.
Man, just come on, man. What, that was not a double? Oh, hold on, Dennis hit it. Yeah, so it's like they're daring the Lakers to shoot. Here goes AD from 3. Cash. There we go. 103 to 100. Little under 7 minutes to go in the 4th.
Is AD's
AD's
jumper back,
capable.
Jeff? Is his jumper back?
It's looking, and you know why his jumper's back, right? Because his legs are back. So I tell people all the time, I always say I look at the wrist, but the first thing I look is the lift and then the release, right? Because the thing with AD, his injuries were all lower extremities. So of course his jumper was going to be sacrificed, right? His jumper was going to be limited as a point of that. So the first thing we look at AD is when he settles into his shot. So here comes Braun. Bang, there we go. Dunk 105, 102. When AD settles into his jump shot, the last I say season and a half prior to this season, it was a whole different approach of how he got to get that shot off. He's much more fluidity. He was much more like stiff, kind of like Kawhi. You know, Kawhi gets to his spot, but it's not fluid. He looks kind of stiff out there, but he gets there. AD's always been able, his agility is always what made him special. He lost his agility. He looks like he's gotten some of his agility back, and his jump shot is a major is a major part of that. So and not just that, the 2 things. Here comes Braun for 3. This worries me. Bang, you got it though. Tie game, 105, 5:45 to go here in the 4th quarter. Toronto called timeout. Ball not in. Yeah, timeout Toronto.
LeBron out here really playing like he out here like 60%. He's not even going hard right now. You can see if you watch him off the court, he's not breathing heavy. That dunk he just had to play before to have 5 points in a row. That was an old man slow motion dunk.
It was.
Like, he chilling right now, man, and he really understands how to pace himself. It's just
he knows.
So what do you think about this 4th quarter? LeBron bringing the ball up every play offense, Jeff. What do you think about that?
who's out there? Him and Reeves, right? So
Yeah.
that's what it's going to be. So I think
Mm,
in this port, he's probably going to be our closing point guard. So
okay.
and then so what you're going to see is this. You're going to see Braun do this right now. And then what it's going to be is once the fouls start racking up and it starts getting to where the Lakers get near at the bonus, then the ball will go in Austin Reeves' hands to create
Mm,
fouls because Braun
mm,
doesn't want to get to the free throw line. We know this. So
mm,
it's going to go is so you'll notice that as soon as it gets to a point where they're in bonus or right at bonus, Braun will start giving the ball to Austin. And then Austin will start to create and start to get some fouls and try to get some free points there.
mm,
But right now he's doing it. And then I just, man, they have a clear advantage with the AD. I know Braun's hooping right now, but
mhm,
AD got going. He hit a three. He had that dunk. He had, like I said, 16 in the first quarter. Just close out with him right now. Braun is out there. No athlete knows his body more than LeBron James in any sport. Like
mm,
LeBron has mastered. That's why he's in year 21, 39 years of
mhm,
age, still doing it, right? Now, he can't do it every possession. He can't do it every quarter. And sometimes he can't do it in back-to-back games. But he's still capable enough if he has someone else putting in that heavy work. So if AD was out here getting 30 a game, then Braun could average like 22, 23. I know we've talked about averages before, but Braun could get out there consistently and do that on a nightly basis and conserve energy, right? So my thing is when it comes to AD, he's never going to be that 30-point a game guy because he has to hold down the defense. So because of that dynamic of we got a guy who can get 30, but he physically can't because of what he has to do on the defensive end, forces LeBron James in his 21st year to have to pick and choose his spots when to turn it up. So we saw AD go crazy in the first, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna get going in the
mm.
third, starting the fourth here. Now this is the point where AD, this is where it should be read and react, right? It should be like AD say, okay, Braun, let me do my thing. He did his. Go be Wade and Braun. Go be Braun and
Mm.
Kyrie. Your turn, my turn. Your turn, my turn. But be a
That's it.
killer when it's your
Yeah.
turn.
I hear you, Jeff. So let me ask you a question real quick before you get back to the chat. As the game's tied up, is what do you think if you were Rob Pelinka, what would you do then? Would you sign a player like a Draymond Green if he's available and free up AD to be that offensive player that you need him to be and he could be, or do you go for the Kyrie Irving or a Zach Levine, shot creator, and really just tell AD, hey man, we just need a 25 and elite defense off you every night and we good. What would you do?
Well, in that scenario, if in a vacuum, probably the perfect one is Kyrie in a vacuum.
Mm,
You know what I mean? But in reality, the only really attainable one is going to be Levine. Like Draymond, they can't sign. He's signed 4 years of Golden State. It'd have to be a trade, and you're going to deplete. You have to move. It'd be like a D'Lo or Rui or something like that. You can get it done, but I don't think the Lakers want again in a vacuum. If Draymond had 1 or 2 years left on his deal, or he was matched up to Braun's timeline, I would be like, ooh, okay, let's think about that.
mm,
However, I don't think Golden State would move him to us. Secondly, being that he has 3.5 years left on his deal, he's got some mental health issues, man, with all the stuff he's getting into. I don't know if that's something that we can trust right now. Torian Prince, man. I don't know if that's something we want to do. Levine, same thing, 47 million a year, like for our third guy. Like, so my thing is when I look around as far as like the realist, the one I would really love would be Murray. But he of all those guys, he probably has the highest value. So he's gonna be the
mm,
most expensive to get. So he's
definitely.
probably ruled out. So a deal I like, and I still don't know if he can get this. A deal that I like. And if you guys have heard me mention this before, but I don't know if Africa has heard me mention this. The deal I like is Caruso, Drummond, and Carter from the Bulls. That's the deal I would like. One, because it helps us on the floor and it helps us in our it helps us money wise. Caruso about 9 million, Drummond a little under 4, and I think Carter's like 6. So
Mm.
you're talking like collectively like $18 million. It's like D'Lo
Was
money.
that JV Carter?
Yeah.
And we going back to the Drummond well, huh? You think that's going to work the
Well,
second time better than it did the first?
yeah, because I think what it is this time is we don't need him to start. We need a guy who can come in and get rebounds. Like when he came in, when the Lakers got him the last time, like he was coming out of Cleveland, he was still thinking he was an all-star level player, right? He only came to us because the Lakers guaranteed him a starting. Well, good take, Austin Reeves. Pass that out. Come on, man. It's in Cam Reddish's hands. Oh, he hit it. There we go. 108, 106, 440 to go in the fourth quarter. Big shot by Cam. I don't know why he's on the floor right now, but I'll take him hitting that shot.
Big shot back. I just saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is where I would like Max Christie on the floor, like this right here.
Mm.
But even though Cam hit that shot, I don't
So we
trust
do
him to hit
have
that. Nor do I think
okay.
Toronto will. I think Toronto's going to let him shoot that.
So we got the lineup of Austin Reeves, Cam Reddish, Torian Prince, Wood, and AD with LeBron on the bench right now.
And
4 minutes
they just
left.
hit us back with another 3. So see what I'm saying now. So
Pascal Siakam with that 3.
yeah.
Dang.
Spicy 3. LeBron's only going to get maybe a minute or two here,
Yeah.
and then they'll be out of there. But let's see. Oh man, they putting that whole. There you go, AD. Oh, but don't see. Oh, did they call a foul? Okay.
I don't get
Look
that.
at this play real quick. Look at this play. Look at this play.
That was weird. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Why is he like already flying towards the stands like on that shot, right? Like be a bowling ball, AD, and take 3 dudes with you. You know what I mean? Make them.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I don't get why you run pick and roll on a 2-3 zone. First of all, right? That doesn't really work.
Point. Yeah,
like he rolled so softly. It wasn't even. It was a useless pick. Like
foul.
Exactly.
They might be challenging this. Actually, are they challenging it? I don't have my audio on, so they look upset. They called the timeout.
Yes, they have challenged.
Okay, yeah. Because when I looked at it, he looked like when he ran in there, he went middle, then jumped left, like he was like diving towards the stands. Like, let me see. Okay, bump. Oh, I gotta see it in the other angle. That doesn't look like a. Let me see this angle. Hold on. Bump on AD. Oh no, he pushes him. He pushes him. Quickly his left hand gets him in the body. That's a foul. It's a foul. And if he made that, they probably wouldn't call it. That's a foul. Quickly's left hand is on his body when he's in the air. Yeah. That's a foul. Well, with these refs, you never know. That was a foul on Jaylen Brown last night. You saw what happened there. Some Celtic karma there for them, huh? So it's let me see here. He said, Ham giving Prince 30 minutes a night is criminal. Why y'all hating on Prince so much? The man is shooting 40% from 3 and helping us not have LeBron James guard wings. And he's $4.9 million. Show me any NBA starter in the league that's shooting 40% from 3, holding down wings, and making $4.9 million a year. Like, my God.
And he's your third leading scorer tonight with Reeves having a cold-ass game. So,
back-to-back bad games for Reeves. Yeah. Salute, Dwight. And I'm a Reeves guy. I love Austin Reeves. But and we don't have Taurean Prince last game. We lose to the Clippers. If we don't have him right now, we're down 10. So where's the man? This is a Taurean Prince appreciation stream, man. Y'all need to stop hating on Taurean Prince. I know you guys like the 2 guys you only like to blame for the Lakers' problems is Darvin Ham and Taurean Prince. And shout out to Dennis Schroeder since he's in the building. You guys wanted to blame him for everything last year. Now you want him back. So come on, man.
That was me, man. I'm sorry, Mr. Schroeder.
AD needs to keep dunking it inside. Yeah, that would be incredible there, Kurt. Let me just catch up to these. They picked up that we're talking back and forth, so it's not in many chats here. You want Mount Drummond? What'd you talk about, Willis? I do want Drummond. Let me get back to that because Drummond with this team is different than it was a couple years ago. And also remember when we got Drummond, he got hurt immediately. He had a couple really good games for us, but he got hurt. The whole team got hurt, and we didn't really have the whole system. Caruso got hurt. AD was hurt. Drummond was hurt. Schroeder got COVID back-to-back faster than anyone in the world has ever got COVID. Like, it was nuts. So there was a bunch of different things that happened in 2021. I think people forget the elements in it. But Drummond, I think, would be solid for this team. And his rebounding, man, this man has had multiple 20 rebound games, a couple 20-20 games this year off the bench. So like I'm saying, we don't need him to be a starter. We don't need him. We don't need maximum numbers from him. We need a bully center. We need a guy who can get out there and help AD get some. He can block shots. He can rebound the basketball, and he's capable of scoring. And he's making like under $4 million a year. This is my thing. We're going to get production. We're going to get players at positions we need. Caruso, Carter, Drummond, for the amount of money that we're playing D'Lo. Like, my thing with the Utah trade, whichever variation of that you guys want, do you really want the Utah Jazz having 2 of our potential lottery picks? 27 and 29. Do you really want them to have 2 of our picks? Because that's the only reason. They're not dealing with us because they got a great relationship with us. Danny Ainge is trying to get all the Laker picks. So do you want Utah having both of our potential lottery picks in 27 and 29? Or would you want that thing going to Chicago somewhere where we don't have to face that pick? And it's probably a better trade anyways. That's just my thoughts. There you go. You didn't need a replay to see that. I saw that. Come on now. You can see the hand. The left hand was right there. Quickly's hand was stiffly on AD right there, man. But let's see here. I want two Buddy Hills and a Laurie as a center. Make it happen. Pastinka. Wow, you're coming for Pelinka too? Pelinka will do his job. I promise you. Everyone thought Pelinka did his job. I did too. Like again. Pelinka thought he did his job. He went all in. He did what he could. It didn't work on the floor yet because there's a ton of injuries. Darvin Ham's got some limitations, and just Braun and AD have yet to figure out, and all they're just playing together how to run a 2-man game.
At all. Yeah,
I don't either, and I think he will do everything he can to get it right. So I think Pelinka, he's really the only one I trust in this equation is Pelinka. So
Exactly, and the pieces he got last season, especially, they're tradable and still valuable pieces as well. So there's still flexibility in the moves that he made. So
yep. So okay, so 110, 109, Lakers lead by 1, 4 minutes to go in the game. Here we go, yo. Here we go. Let's see what these Lakers can close out the last game. Oh man, already is that an M1 or is that a chart?
quickly,
Oh, Cam.
Oh, I didn't even like that call. Did it hit him in the head? I don't know. He
Yeah.
sold that well. If he
No,
didn't get contact.
and Quickly's holding his elbow too. Quickly's holding his
Okay.
elbow.
Yeah.
Cam is holding his head. Yeah, there was contact there. You can see Quickly even checking his elbow. So they definitely hit.
Did he go straight to the bench after that?
Yeah, he did.
Coach, like, sit down, bro. Not running the offense.
Oh yeah. He got him. He did go straight to the bench.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's an offensive foul.
He already knew. Yeah, he already knew, man.
Yeah, he did go straight quickly to the bench.
Yeah, quickly to the bench.
Pun intended. He's like, my bad, coach. Thought I was at Rucker. Oh,
damn, he clean. Yeah, that was clean on the jaw.
Man, maybe. Damn. Oh, his lip is bleeding. His head. That may be a concussion protocol.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that was a punch to the face. In terms of the
Buddy. Here's the thing about Buddy Hield. I think Buddy Hield may be available via buyout because I think they're going to trade him for a defensive player or another big, like a defensive player. So he's apologizing. That's good. He's bloodied up though. You got to get to the.
Oh,
yeah,
he fouled out.
Concussion.
Quickly fouled out on that. Okay.
Yeah, because you saw him. He went straight to the bench. He went to go tell on himself. Man, can't. Oh yeah, he probably bit his tongue too. Oh, that's. Hey, go ahead and take one for the team. Cam Reddish. There you go, man. And that sucks. But anyways, I think Buddy may get traded and get bought out, which could be a direct beeline to the Lakers. So, Buddy, I will continue to say this. There are a lot of guys who I just knew when they get here they weren't going to be able to shoot. Some guys just aren't ready for the lights. Maybe I'm wrong. I just have a feeling that Buddy Hield would be one of those guys that gets here and will not be afraid of the moment. I just got that feeling about him. I just do. I think if they find a way to get Buddy Hield, not via trade, but via buyout, I think if they got him, he'd be the shooter that we thought we were going to get in Malik Beasley last year. Markkanen's going to be too expensive, guys. OKC is going to be offering picks to get him. So it's going to be really hard to get Markkanen in a Laker uniform, man, for sure. And scores for sure. Replays take too long. Okay, they're still on that replay. So let me catch up everything here. He's the best fit. And Can's face looking all reddish after that hit to the face. Oh, Cam looking all ready. Kurt, you good, man. Kurt always is ready to go, man. That's crazy here. But I got the audio off. What are they? There's a long speech this dude's giving here. So what are they?
Hey, man, this is their time to fame, man. This is their 15 seconds of fame on these, challenges and microphone time. So
15 seconds of
stupidity. They call that flagrant. That's not flagrant. That's tough. I don't even.
It was definitely unintentional. It was definitely unintentional. Yeah. But anything that's going to the face or head, they're calling flagrants now. And being that he's bleeding, how long he was down on the ground.
It's not intention though.
Flagrant doesn't have to be intentional.
That's what I don't like about the rule.
It used to be. It used to be. You'd have to have wind up, intent, all that. Like would have to be. Now it's just protecting the player, right? So it's just Cam with 13 points tonight. Okay, man. Okay. As soon as I say it, he misses the damn free throw. What I'm saying is though, they're going to think of protecting the players' legs, like their knees on those step out shots, protecting their head. Like I understand that. And but shout out to Quickly. He did go apologize to him. He did go make sure he was good. You know what I mean? It was an accident. Quickly's not a dirty player. He did not mean to do that. Cam's face just got in the way of where he was trying to go. It just it happens sometimes that way on the court. But shout out. Yeah, actually, I've been giving him some shit, but shout out to Cam for this game. He missed that free throw. So he's got 13 points. We've needed every one of them. He's played some tough defense, and I was questioning why he was even on the floor in this game. But because he's produced, Darvin is letting him finish it out. So I don't hate that as much as I typically do because he's got some points tonight. But not defending the organization anymore with this issue. You guys are always throwing tantrums, man. I feel like I got to be I'm like the calming voice of Laker Nation. I think that's the point where they're getting annoyed with me being so calm. They want me to be mad. But I've just seen this movie so many times. Like I went like going through 2021, going through 2022 in the first half of last year. Like, I'm just conditioned for this. Going through all those years after Kobe, you know what I mean? Like, I've developed a patience and just to understand that I know a championship team when I see one, and this is not one. So I'm not out here expecting them to play championship basketball. Now I do expect them to fix this and become one. I will say that. But this team that I'm seeing currently right now is not a championship caliber team to me. So to me, when they're out here not playing up to that level, I'm not over here big tripping because I don't see them as that right now. But I do expect them to get it right and be one come February.
Oh, exactly. And the players know best. Like when you come up against teams, you can just feel the presence of the other team. If you play sports, you can just feel their will, their skill level, their intensity just better than yours. And they just make tougher shots. They just better skills. They just have better players, and you know that. And so, like this, what was that play?
It was dribble against his
zone. Looking like he Kobe out here.
And then Siakam gets a three in the corner. 112, 111. Like, this is our offense, man. This is
quarter offense. Like I said, Jeff, I ain't trying to claim that I'm some scholar.
No. You're absolutely right.
And
then now Austin Reeves taking a three from 5 feet behind the line, nails it. 114, 112, room 112. Let's go.
It though. That's bad offense, though, Jeff. Don't celebrate that.
Hey, I'll celebrate the make. I'll take whatever I can get right now here. He out here looking extra pink in that black jersey, but he hit that. So come on, Austin. Come on. I found it. But you saw what I meant, right? Like you saw how when it's on the perimeter and how Brown's not going to go and he's going to take those fades and the ball's going to find its way to Austin. Exactly. This point of the game when the Lakers are in the bonus, Braun is not going to attack.
Braun gave me the ball. That's one of those. Okay, I try to make a play. You go make a play.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But it's not. But it's not. There's no offense. There's no fluidity. It's just your turn. Okay, now here we go.
Oh, like that.
Come on, you got a 4-on-4. Come on, you got a 5-on-4. Push it. Give it to Austin. Oh, good pass. Come on, AD. That's an one. No foul. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's salt and pepper handy.
Hey, there we go. AD the ball, man. What we doing, man?
Man, automatic deposit, man. Give him the ball, man.
Man, who's their center they playing right now? Siakam's the center right now. We need to abuse that.
Bloodhound, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up, man. This is a championship team. We can hope they compete every game. I don't think as a roster is currently constructed that it's a championship team. I don't. I haven't felt that way for a while now. Well, let me rephrase this. They're not playing like a championship level team. So they can catch a hot streak. If they can find harmony, then maybe. I like the players on the team. 31-10 for 80, 12 of 15 shooting, man. 80 should have 25 shots tonight.
12 of 15 is great.
Yeah, 15 shots is adorable. My thing that I'm saying is like they're not playing. Ooh, see, they're just diving and cutting and getting anywhere they want. The Lakers cannot run that type of offense. The pieces just don't seem to fit. Bloodhound. It just doesn't seem to fit. And that's what I'm saying. So they're not playing like a championship level team. Yeah. The chemistry of a championship level team is not there. Austin just took that was a late I hate when they do that. They wait to see.
That was a whistle. Austin Reeves getting crazy.
Whoa. I thought it was a foul right when he did. I was like, wait. But no, because there was a bump.
No, but he beat him to the spot though. I felt
no. There's a bump. There was a delayed. Yeah. So he bumped him on the initial. They waited. I hate that. Why wait to see if he makes it?
The bump? Yeah, okay.
No, see, the initial foul, the initial foul was on the bump. They waited until he put the shot up. They exaggerated the delay there.
Because it was really on the ground type of foul.
It was on the ground, but because they're in the bonus, he's getting free throws. You get what I mean? That wouldn't have been a shooting foul. That's what I'm saying. But the refs doing that make it seem other. But you see what I mean? Of Austin with the ball with under once they get bonus.
Yeah.
Because if I'm the other coach, like it sounds crazy, but go double Austin and make sure Braun has the ball. And then if he gets fouled, he's probably gonna make 1 or 2 versus Austin. That's no shade. I'm just saying Braun's even playing away from it. 119-114 Lakers. 2 minutes to go in the game here, man. We got Siakam up top dancing on 80. 80 should be able to throw this, man. Hey, AD,
Siakam 1-on-1.
Oh man.
And he hits a tough fade in his face.
Man. 119, 116. You see who's bringing up the ball now? See who's bringing up the ball? You see who's bringing up the ball?
Yeah, he's surprised.
Get the ball to 80 and get out.
Austin Reeves running the point in the play.
Here goes. You got to spin left. There you go. Oh, AD. Oh, good. Oh, Max. There you go, Max Christie. And they cannot challenge. This is why
Your
I
boy
wanted him in
Max
the game.
Christie.
Then what I
Look
told you about the bounce and the boost. This is why. Offensive
Yeah.
rebound, Max Christie. I don't know if he's ever been in a game at this point of his life, but you got to hit at least one of these Playboy. Come on.
Exactly.
The 80 wants that one back. Look at that. Over Gary Trent Jr., RJ Barrett there watching. Come on, Christie.
Yeah, that's all
got
hustle.
the first one. There we go. Doug. Max Christie. There we go. Spoelstra, 8-year, $130 million extension. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. He deserves that too, man. 120. Yeah, I know what you meant though. Spoelstra getting paid in Carnival Cruise Line trips.
Pippen contract with the 8 years.
Prince just had man. Wow, yeah, he barely made that first one. That second one looked like it was scared out of his hands. 120, 116.
Front rim, dang. Minute 30, Dennis Schroeder versus his ex-team.
RJ just went at Christie though.
Oh, bullied him to the rim.
Look who's bringing the ball up.
Austin Reeves. Oh, LeBron and Austin Reeves wanted the ball right there.
Oh, there you go. Oh, come on, AD. You got to catch that, man.
Oh, what? You gotta dominate. What? That's RJ Barrett, bro.
Oh, Gary Trent. 121, 120 Toronto, man. You got to secure these rebounds. And AD's got to catch. Go to the basket, AD. There we go. 122, 121 Lakers. 1 minute to go in the game.
How is that the first time we've seen that this whole quarter, bro?
This is just garbage ball possessions right now. 122, 121. Lakers in the bonus. 2 timeouts for the Lakers. 1 timeout for Toronto. Dennis Schroeder going at Austin Reeves. Austin cut him off. Scotty Barnes going at Anthony Davis. Takes the bump. AD changes his shot. AD with the rebound out to LeBron James. Now LeBron James wants to dribble the ball. Come on, you're being guarded by Spicy P, man. They're going to try to come shade him.
Push the ball, LeBron. Oh, and LeBron slows it down, though.
He does. Yeah. Okay. He's going to – here we go. We need a bucket here. We need a bucket here, man. Give the ball to AD. There you go. Hey, foul. There we go. Man. See, if he just jumps in there, like always.
Bro, we could run that the whole quarter, bro. We could have run that.
I know. It's there the whole quarter.
Just flash in the middle, even if it's his own. Flash in the middle, hit him with the fade in the post. Yeah, you could do all.
Man. Max over Prince. Y'all just shading Prince, man. Austin is my favorite light-skinned player on the Lakers. Pink boy. Let's see here. He said no. Yeah, that 3, man. Give AD his defensive player.
Choice there, right there, to slow it down over pushing in transition. Interesting, man.
Yeah, we LeBron is far and away the smartest player on the basketball court, but I feel like sometimes he doesn't use I'll explain this point in a minute, but it is come on, AD. There you go. Center your man, his eyes are popping out of his head right now. Come on, AD. Let's go, bro. Come on, AD. Come on, man.
The mono brows twitching right now.
Yeah, you saw how big those eyes got? Man, that was literally the emoji. There you go, AD. Come on. Toronto only with 1 timeout left. They don't want to burn it. Say, I hate this. Why you letting them burn clock? Get up on him, Austin. There you go. Make him touch the basketball. There you go. Now fade back. There you go. You saw Austin cut him off the last drive, though?
I saw that. Yeah, that was him knowing where AD is.
Good coverage. Stay on your. He's going to fire Scotty Barnes. That's a foul. They threw him off, right?
Scotty Barnes with the 3? Yeah.
No. Oh. No, that's a foul. They threw him out the way.
Oh, yeah. They called that? Oh, they calling that in LA. Oh, foul on AD. Oh,
yeah.
Moving screen by Siakam.
He was.
Oh, no, RJ Barrett. Yeah, that was definitely a moving screen.
There was definitely a moving screen.
High IQ play by AD.
Yes.
Right through the screen. He had no chance to contest that. It wasn't even necessary to have the screen set right there. Wasn't
no, none whatsoever. The guy was wide open with space.
Exactly.
Yeah, look. Anyone who claims it's fundamental basketball, ladies and gentlemen, is footwork in every aspect of the game, including a moving screen. Anthony Davis. Man.
Time in the clutch, man. Makes 2 buckets, gets to the line.
They should have been feeding AD in the post the entire game. We're with you, Kurt. We've been saying that too. We've been saying offensive foul. Did they call offensive foul or moving screen? I thought it was moving screen. They said offensive foul?
I thought that was moving screen. Well,
moving screen is offensive foul. Yeah. My bad. What am I? Sorry, guys. I'm like, wait a minute. I even confused you for a second. You were like, oh, wait. Sorry, guys. Man. I know that. I don't know what the hell happened there. Man. So 24 seconds to go. They're gonna have to foul here, obviously, because they can't let it run down. Lakers do have one timeout if they can't get the ball inbounds, which they sometimes struggle to do in this stack.
They will
get
hustle
into
for
the
5
half
seconds.
court. There we go. You got you. There you go. There we go. So 80 to the free throw line. Lakers up 3. 24 seconds left to go in the game. Free throw. It's gonna be a free throw game now.
Good pass, Brown.
Yeah, moving screen. Yeah, it's a moving screen. You can see it too. Like you can't. And Africa made a great point. There was no reason for even to set that screen. He was so wide open, had so much space. If AD even got out there, he was just gonna end up fouling him. So it didn't make sense for him to do that. Come on, AD. We need at least one of these, my guy. Come on. There we go. He made the tough one, as Chick used to say. Come on.
Yo.
What are you doing, Bron? What are you? Bron's head, his whole head took up the camera. Like, Jesus. Boulder right there.
Bron is the biggest guy on the court, bro. So
the size of his head is crazy, bro. Look at it between these two dudes. Like he just there you go, Bron. Okay, Toronto still with one timeout, chooses elects not to use it. 126, 121, 24 seconds left. Here comes Scotty Barnes on 80. No threes. You can give up a there you go. There you go. Make the free. Get the AD. Get the AD. You got to get it across.
Guarding Scotty Barnes.
It's got to stay with AD or Austin Reeves. Sorry, I'm talking about Dodgers catchers here. Let's go, Austin. No threes. Good job. Good job. We could trade 2 for 2s right now.
Why'd they have AD picking up Scotty Barnes full court? That was interesting, man.
What's going on? Hey, out it. Thanks for pulling up, man. Appreciate you. What's going on, Air Bud? Picking up full court. So he couldn't let the ball just roll.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Makes sense.
So they don't want him getting across half court with no clock being ran. Far too many teams. That's why I was saying earlier when Dennis was trying to do that. Hey, believe it or not, shout out to Austin Reeves because he's had 3 good defensive possessions in this fourth quarter. No one else is going to give him that credit. I can grill him all game about not closing out on shooters. I got to give him credit. He cut off Dennis twice, and Dennis got burst in speed. There you go. Ooh, Max just got postered. But come on, get it in. No, don't give it to LeBron. Okay, there you go. Get it, AD.
Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes with 2 dunks in the clutch here. Full court, just taking it full court. Scotty Barnes, man, one of the most talented young players in the NBA.
His body's starting to mature too. So he's filling out. He's filling out a little bit. He's not going to be as frail. So when he gets his body matures and he gets more strength. Yeah, I like Scotty Barnes a lot too. Man, we got a game here, man. Back to back Los Angeles Lakers games down to the wire. Fan won 100,000 half court shot at halftime. Yeah, I saw that. Hit a 100K shot. That's crazy. Shout out to him, man. I spent all this money for this Laker game, man. We better not lose this. And then my man wins 100K. Shout out to him, man. Last time I saw a guy shoot a shot at half court, the Laker game, the dude tore his Achilles. It was terrible. Like, man, just terrible, bro. How does a fan tear an Achilles, bro? That's how, like, guys, that's how jacked up our season is this year, that we got fans tearing Achilles on the court. It's nuts.
But yes, solid win, man. Not a spectacular win, but a win.
Hey, don't go there yet. Don't go there yet. Don't you do that, Africa. Don't you do that.
Oh, we haven't won yet.
Don't you do that, Africa, man. Don't. Let's not do that. It's been that type of year, man. It's been that type of year, man.
Well, I'm gonna say this then, man, is that the Lakers have scored us 77 points in the second half here, man, and so that's a.
I'll take that. No, but okay, that's. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, too early?
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? That could have been. What that could have been. They're so lucky that this dumbass tripped them.
Very lucky. Very lucky. The wingspan almost got it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That pass, that was Braun that threw that too. If you do one pump fake and you got Prince, easy. Like just one fake and Prince is there at the bottom.
He doesn't want to pass to Prince though. That's a crazy part.
It was evident, right? So AD is 37 with his nice little 17 shots there, but 10 free throws. So we need at least one of these, my guy.
Got 37 on 17 shots.
Cash, man.
Crazy.
16. So he did his thing. Like I said, when AD scores at least 15 in the first quarter, if he doesn't approach 40 in the game, I'm gonna be pissed.
This is still a quiet 38, though. This is the crazy part.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it wasn't allowed until the fourth. It wasn't. It was a loud first, loud fourth. It wasn't. It was. So it was a. Quiet,
it was like a loud fourth in the last 5 minutes.
Sick. Yeah. It was a loud TV timeout fourth.
Yeah.
Is what it really was. It's what it really was. I
Oh
was like,
man,
man, what's going on here?
so talented.
Man, one got that. Hey, Dan Brady, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, my guy. Salute Empire Jeff and Young Africa. Yeah, I mean, we got Young Africa in the building. One of the best to do it on these YouTube streets, breaking down the game, man. Call him Young Pac, man. He hits him up on all these debates, gets down, gets wild, gets busy. Just check his resume. Just search up Young Africa, man. He everywhere. You ain't never there. You need to be there. Trust me, because he's fire, man. Young OG up here in the building. Scotty Duncan at will. That's right. That's right, Kurt. That's right. That kid's gonna be a problem for a while, man.
Mm.
And a shout out to Toronto. They're putting some nice pieces around him for the future, man. Not just pieces, but pieces that are locked up long term. So RJ Barrett's locked up long term. Quickly's a restricted free agent, so they'll be able to match whatever anyone offers him. They got Jakob Pertls, locked in long term. Depending what happens with Gary Trent, Schroeder's got at least 2 more years on his deal if they elect to keep him. So like they've got some things going on up there. They're gonna have their GM there is aggressive. He's going to do some things, but he's putting the guys around Scotty Barnes that I think, can work over time. He's going to have some work to do though. Let's see. He's laughing over here. I was watching too when that fan hurt himself. Vegas Dev. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was crazy. Like, how's our season? How's the injury bug so bad that even our fans are getting injured, man? It's wild. Bro, Toronto is tough. Yeah, no, they are. They are. 80. If the Lakers' record were better, 80 would be in consideration for MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, guys. If the Lakers were a top 3 seed in the West, look at Dennis out there. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, bank shot 3.
This dude missed it so bad. Like, look at Dennis.
Missed it so bad it went in.
Look at this, my brother. There you go. Bam. Boom. That dude trying to act like he called bank. It was perfect. That too off the glass. He hit it with that Tim Duncan deep 3, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you think Pascal gets traded this year, Jeff? I do. He's a free agent to be. They haven't worked out an extension. There's too much smoke there to not be fired. I think he does get moved. Come on, AD. Oh, there we go.
He doesn't fit the timeline of Scotty Barnes and his development. So I like what Toronto doing though. Not full rebuild, but retooling the roster and still trying to stay competitive and get young players in return for their all stars. I like that. They probably should have traded Van Vliet though. They kind of messed up on that, but yeah, they could have had more pieces instead of.
Bam! There we go, AD. There we go, AD. This game is over as long as no one touches any damn body. Don't touch no damn body. Why are you guarding that shot, Taurean Prince? And he made it. Okay, but I thought they hit his hand. Like if you would have fouled him there, would have been. Why are you even playing defense? Okay, I've been giving Prince credit all season long. I'm gonna talk trash on that one because I can keep it a buck. There was no reason to play defense there. If anything, go run to chase down a rebound. Don't even. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, the Los Angeles escape the Toronto Raptors 132-131 in a thrilling game in Los Angeles tonight. Anthony Davis, 40 points. I think what do you have? 13 rebounds and 6 assists for Anthony Davis tonight. 16 points in the first, took a nap in the second, third, halfway through the fourth, woke his ass up and put the Toronto Raptors to sleep. 132-131. Man, look, Africa, considering they had lost 13, they had lost 10 of their last 13 coming into the Clipper game. They are now 1-2 in a row against 2 teams that were playing very well. Toronto was 5-0 since the trade. Clippers been destroying everyone. Dare we say that the Lakers are starting to figure some things out. I know they're playing at home in all these games, but these are games that were losing a week ago.
Starting to figure it out. I think if you're optimistic, you could say that, man. My pessimism would say no, they're not figuring it out. They're just beating teams that they should beat. Now, obviously, the Clippers are a harder team, and I personally think a better team than the Lakers. Now, that was a solid win. Uncharacteristic bad night for Kawhi Leonard, and they lost, but it was still a close game, even with all the things that they didn't do so well. So this game does not fill me with optimism. No, it doesn't. And one of the major reasons is because of our fourth quarter offense. I've been trying to tell you this, Jeff, for a long time now, for a minute now, and I didn't like how we ran the offense. Now, we got bailed out by a deep 3 from Austin Reeves, and then we just threw the ball at AD, and we were just lucky enough that they were switching RJ Barrett onto AD, and they were playing him very loosely, and they were more trusting in the zone than individual matchups. And we know even Pascal Siakam playing the center cannot match up against AD. So really, AD, if you're a coach and you see what AD does in the first quarter, and you realize that Defensively, you don't really have the pieces to stop these guys from getting into the lane. They were scoring at will the whole game. You realize you got to go to AD and slow the game down. Don't let them get in transition. Don't let them do the things that they want to do. And I didn't see that, and so I didn't like what I saw from the coach. I didn't like what I saw in the fourth quarter, especially. And I would say we personally got a little lucky. Got a little lucky, most definitely. And
Yeah, give it up
this,
131 points to the Toronto Raptors when you're supposed to be a defensive team. They had
yeah.
one, two, three, four, five, six, seven,
Hmm,
7 players in double figures.
hmm.
They shot 17 of 35. They shot 48% from three
Yeah.
tonight. That's nuts. The Lakers, bro. The Lakers, 44% from three. That's rare too. So 16 for 36 for the Lakers, 44%. The Lakers, they had let me see where we at. This is an important stat always for them. Lakers with 15 turnovers. They had 19 the last game. So they had 20, then 19, then 15, slowly working that number down, which is important. But the Toronto Raptors had 12 turnovers there. Let's check out the rebounds here real quick, because that's, like you said, one where the Lakers typically can be elite at. So they out-rebounded them by 5 turnovers. And like I said, the three-point shooting is basically why the Lakers were able to stay in this game when Anthony Davis was taking a nap. But then he woke up and put it together. So a game like this, it sounds weird when I'm about to say, but because, like you said, it's 41, but it wasn't. There was a good half of this game where he was non-existent, and you could tell that by the 11 rebounds with no Jakob Poeltl out there. Siakam playing center. This is a game where Anthony Davis could probably have had a 30-20 game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to really talk or speak anything negatively about a guy who scored 41 points, but people who look at a box score are going to think that he dominated the entire game. He dominated.
Exactly.
He bookended this game, and
Two
that's why the
quarters.
game was close. Yeah, that's why the
Yeah.
game was close. But again, if he didn't get 41, we lose by, if he only gets 30, we lose by more than double digits. So
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely not blaming him. What I'm saying is, like, these are the things. When AD is getting 16 points in the first quarter, you have to continue that into the second quarter. At this point, you need to be like, you got 16 in the first. I need 24 from you by halftime. Like, got to have 24 from you by halftime. And then at that point, if you get 40 and you're like, your rebounds are 15 to 20. But the other problem is like Austin Reeves didn't have a great game early. I don't think he did. But the Lakers, look at their double figures here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as well. So 7 players in double figures for both teams. Both teams shot north of 40% from three. Both had 15 or less turnovers. That's why the game was so close, and that's why the scoring was so high.
Mm-hmm. Both teams shot above 50%. And really the biggest separator was the Lakers got to the line 36 times. And Raptors only got to the line 13 times from what I see on the box score. So we got to the line a lot. They fouled. We weren't called for fouls, I guess. Many people would say, but we didn't foul. And we've historically been, in recent times, a good team of not fouling on defense. And so we won that battle. See, this is a type of game where you see the potential of the Lakers. You see when they play well to a certain level on one side of the ball, like offense, that we can be great. But I still didn't see what I wanted to see in that fourth quarter. And there were certain plays that good teams are going to take advantage of those things. And like that one play where LeBron just dribble against the zone on the wing and just take a turnaround fade away, like you really like that. And you've been in rhythm in the game like that. Is ridiculous, right? That pull-up three that Austin Reeves takes, that was his only sole three-pointer he shot at the game and made it the game, was a big shot that put us up 5 or whatever it was. And that's not a great shot. That's after LeBron's horrible shot. And that's another horrible shot. And then at that point in time, something clicks and we realize, oh, we should probably go to our dominant big that's been dominating the game. And when we got it to him, good things happen. And that's why I say, I don't understand. When you don't have a closer, right? I'm assuming, Jeff, that you base your whole fourth quarter offense around just AD's touches, just his touches alone, even if scoring. You saw that one play, right, where he passed to who was the one where he was in the key and he passed it down a real slick pass? I don't know if it was Vanderbilt.
That was Vanderbilt. Yeah.
And he passed it. That was a nice pass off the double team deep in the post, and he still got it off in the traffic. Like, just get him the ball and let him create, let him be the focal point and play off of him. But I don't know if we have good enough shooters. I don't know if our offense is organized enough off ball to have enough of the right motion. And I don't know if they will respect the motion and not just clog the paint and just make it hard on players. But I don't know, man. I still think we're a piece away, and that piece is an all-star level closer away from being a contender, man.
Yeah. AD 16 points in the first quarter, 20 in the fourth, 3 in the second, 2 in the third.
Crazy.
So 17 shots for the total game. It's when I look at this game, I look at things that are probably not going to happen too often. One is Cam Reddish getting 13 points. 2 is 7 players scoring double figures. And 3 is the Lakers shoot 44% from 3. All of those things never happened for us, and we still only won by 1. So I'm with you on that. So someone said, shout out to everyone who's coming in the building now. Started early today, so I've been doing this show since the second half. So this isn't technically a post game. We're just rolling a post game into the game breakdown that myself and Young Africa we're doing here during this game. But someone, thanks for pulling up. He says, even as a Laker fan, the refs helped them drastically tonight. I feel like this is the thing, though. I feel like whenever the Lakers get any win, it's always like some type of reason. Like it's the refs or the other team messed up or the other team was hurt. It couldn't be like Lakers just grinded something out and played above put some things together tonight that they've struggled all season with. Like the refs didn't have them shoot 44% from 3. The refs, didn't get to a point where they took away like 5 of those turnovers, right? Like they've been averaging over all those games. The refs didn't put 7 guys in double figures. Now the refs, if you're talking about the free throw attempts, I can get it. But Toronto was out there just gambling and reaching on a lot of different things. And as far as like if you're talking about that that moving screen, that was a clear moving screen. There were a lot of things that Toronto just did undisciplined basketball that they got caught up in. But some calls questionable, sure, I can give you that. But that's both ways. There were several times where I saw AD go to the basket and not get a foul call. And Braun gets fouled on just about every play he touches the basketball. I just think I know you're a Laker fan. I know you support the Lakers. I'm not talking to you, someone. I'm just saying it's typically the narrative. Whenever the Lakers win anything, it's usually some type of excuse, man. All we need is a rim attacking guard to lead the show. DS Visually Speaking, thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. We definitely need a point of attack point guard and a point of attack defender for sure. Major shooting issue. Every podcast should be focused on that. Yeah, I did a show tonight talking about they should focus on their strengths and they go out and they shoot 44%. So Jeff was stupid tonight. Absolutely. Hey, Miss Angie B, thank you for pulling up. Hope you're having a good night. Appreciate you. Brandon saying AD had 21 in the fourth quarter. Yeah, he had 20. Great win no matter how we. Yeah, 20 in the fourth. Great win no matter how we got it. Yeah, man. We had lost 10 of 13 games. We won 2 in a row. I don't care how. We got 2 dubs. Cam played good enough tonight. He did. He got us with 13. Took an elbow to the face, man. Got up, hit his free throw, and 1-2. And if Cam doesn't get 13, we don't win this game. So shout out to Cam Reddish tonight. If I can give him hell, I can give him credit, man. Blah, weak win. We can't shoot. Not defending it anymore. We shot tonight. 44%, Search. We 500 again. Because, it's Los Angeles Lakers. We only celebrate when we're at 500, right? Because we've been terrible of late, man. Angel says, am I crazy for not liking games where each team scores over 115? Yeah, I mean, I'm a traditionalist basketball guy. I like defense myself. But in today's NBA, if you got another team who's not defending and just lighting it up, you got to adjust your pace because if you slow down, they're just going to hit you with 3 for every 2 and they're going to run you out the court. So you do have to try to step up your pace to keep up with them because if not, they're going to trade 2 baskets for your every one. So while I may not love it, I understand why sometimes the Lakers have to fall for that and get into it. My thing is like what Young Africa was talking about when they're taking unnecessary threes, running no offense. Austin Reeves pulling up from 5 sets behind the line. LeBron James running the clock down just to do a fadeaway shot, in a zone. It didn't make any sense to me. If they're getting good shots, open shots in the flow of an offense, I don't care about that. My thing is just when they're just forcing shots because they don't want to attempt, to break the zone. That's what bothers me. Let me just get through a couple of these here. He's talking baseball. Nando 390, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Bush, Stone, Katana, Almonte for Lozado or Cease. Ooh, you're talking baseball here real quick, man. Pricey, bro. That's pricey, but stay tuned. 80 equals all-star defensive player of the year MVP candidate. He absolutely does. I just don't think the Lakers have enough wins to get him in those categories collectively. He may get, some of those, but if Lakers had a top 3 seed, would you agree, Africa, that he'd be in line for almost every award? I think I lost Africa there for a second. Wait, your stream.
No, I'm right here.
Oh no, so Dante started in the second half because I wasn't going to go too late today. Angie said that AD all-star defensive player of the year MVP candidate. And I said, I agree with you, but I think because of the Lakers record, he's not going to be there. But if the Lakers were a top 3 record in the West, I think AD would be in contention for literally every single award. We started already. Yeah, started early today. Young Africa, my guy, Dante shouting you out. DJ, what's going on? My guy, 60 Cent in the building over here, man. DJ, pausing his workout to say what's up to you. Salute you guys to the crowd. If you haven't done so
60
already,
Cent.
make sure to get out over to my man 60 Cent 2G unit over there, man. DJ, subscribe to Lakers at 5, man. Salute to you, DJ, man. If you're working tonight, drive safe, brother, man. Appreciate you as always. How TF did 80 only score 5 in 2 quarters? Yeah, that's what we were talking about. In the second and third, he took a nap. 16 in the first, 20 in the fourth. It's hard to complain about a guy who got 40 points, but the reason why this game was even close was because AD, took a little mini vacay, took some PTO in the second, third quarter there, man. Almost. Oh man, no more coming in, but well, yeah, man. Happy to get a win. I'll take a win any day of the week. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, Africa, like myself included, same as I said after the Clipper game. We're not out the woods yet. The team isn't out the woods yet. Darvin Ham is not out the woods yet. A lot of work still needs to be done, but sometimes digging yourself out of a hole starts with shoveling just a little bit of dirt, and 2 wins in a row is that. So who we got next? I don't even know who we got next, to be honest. But I know that the home schedule was supposed to be favorable, but these have been tough games.
I'll look that up real quick.
AD is odd, guys. Watch them still have something to say. It's just he should have gave us more. Cam is not dead. No, he's not dead. He's not dead tonight.
We got Phoenix next. We got Phoenix.
Oh, okay. So we're 3-0 against Phoenix. We have a chance to sweep them in the regular season. They're not playing too great right now. People are coming
to get them.
Yeah, get them. People are coming for Frank Vogel's head over there already. So good time to get them. They're coming off a loss to the Clippers. They've been in LA for a couple of days. So I mean, they probably got some of that tequila in them. So probably a good idea to get them now, close them out, sweep them for the season. Would not mind that at all. Not training. You have a little Dodger side conversations here. Let's see here. AD needs to do more than 41 points is not enough. 41 points is enough. I don't think you're understanding what we're saying. 41 points is plenty enough. Like if AD was getting 10 points a quarter, but like, my God, monster game. But what I'm saying is this game was close because he basically took off 2 quarters and he woke up and said, okay, you're dismissed in the fourth with 20 points. Like that was incredible. That was a Hall of Fame fourth quarter. Great first quarter, Hall of Fame fourth quarter. Incredible greatness we witnessed. Our thing is though with AD, I've said this often. I worry about when he gets a 15 in 2020. When he got 15, we knew it was an automatic win. No one was stopping us that game. In this season, when AD gets above 10 in the first quarter, I'm questioning, is he going to get to 25? You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. So when you see a second and third quarter like today, it is very rare when we get a first quarter like that from AD, and then we get tonight's version of the fourth quarter is what I'm saying. Shout out to him for not continuing that trend tonight with 20 points in a masterful fourth quarter. But it's tough, Africa, right? I mean, it's hard to shame a guy who scored 41, but the reality of it is this game would have been over if he just had a halfway decent second and third quarter. So
exactly. That's why I question, like, if players, because I remember Michael Jordan writing a documentary telling himself that he had to learn how to pace himself in a fourth during games, right? Through 4 quarters. And so I don't know if when you drop 16 and you realize it's going to be a long game and it's going to be back and forth, if you tell your teammates, hey, carry the load in these next 2 quarters, I'm gonna save myself for the fourth. You might have said that, but me personally, I would like the mentality of this game gonna be over by halftime. Just give me the ball. That's what I would like personally. But that might not be his mentality. Maybe he outside of him telling his teammates, yo, carry the load for the next 2 quarters. I don't know what else it could be, or it's a worse situation, and that is we just got a low IQ team. And we can't even understand that we need to go to our big guy for 2 quarters in a row and then get bailed out by a 20-point quarter by AD. I don't know. So I don't know what you think it may be outside of that. How do you not go to your main guy for 2 quarters in a row since you get no real shot attempts for 2 whole quarters? I don't know how that works.
Lakers are not an intelligent team. They haven't been an intelligent team for years. Like I've been saying, I often say we're the dumbest team in the league because we have the smartest player in the league. But he doesn't all. So I'm gonna tell you. So like my puppy, right? My dog, my puppy, my pride and joy over here, right? He's a beagle, and beagles are one of the smartest dogs there is, right? Smart as can be, but the dog uses none of the smarts for intelligent reasons. You know what I mean? He uses it all for mischief, right? So it's like LeBron is the smartest. Not to compare LeBron James to a dog or a beagle. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is LeBron James is the smartest guy on the court. That sometimes I get so frustrated with him because he knows better to do some of the stuff that he does, right? So like you've touched on this point multiple times about that possession towards the end of the game. No offense run, slowing it down. What he should have sped it up because he's going to take a jumper anyway. Speed it up. LeBron knows that's not a play he should do, but he still did it. We know how smart he is. So that gets frustrating. You know what I mean? Knowing that AD has 16 points in the first, slowing down in the second and third. Like LeBron James, what do you think about this, Africa? I've said this a couple of times of late. I feel like LeBron James's 2020 leadership is one of the best I've ever seen ever in any area of sports. We don't win that 2020 bubble chip without LeBron's leadership. It just doesn't happen. It was all-time level of leadership, holding the team together, keeping them focused, getting them to play in a space where no one wanted to be and to finish the job. One of the greatest I've ever seen from a leadership perspective. I feel like he's gone downhill ever since in leadership. I feel like he doesn't lead the same. He's passive aggressive. He cuts his, he can give some people the cold shoulder. You can kind of see it. I feel like because LeBron I feel like LeBron has fallen off leader wise more than he has play wise. What do you think about that?
That's a hot take right there, I would say. And that's interesting. I don't disagree with that, but I would say this. I think LeBron, the way he, for example, in this game, I already knew from the third quarter. I already said like LeBron is chilling this game, bro. He's not looking to attack this game. I could tell him body language. I've watched him so often in these years that you already can tell the mentality of LeBron James. There's no real opponent on the other side of the court that really he wants to make a statement on. You know what I mean? Like there is no Kawhi, KD, Steph Curry on the other side. He's not really trying to do that, and then he expects his team to win against a team like this, right? It shouldn't take me all this. But when it comes to his leadership, I've seen his leadership go up and down with the talent and the belief of his team. When he believes he's got a championship team, he will lead a team and he will put himself in that position. But when he doesn't truly believe that he has the pieces and the coach and the system that is around him to win, he ain't going to give that 100%, man. And this is LeBron conserving himself for his whole career, maybe his whole life in general, bro. Like he don't want the stress and all that on him. Maybe he has family. He has a young son who's going through certain things, and maybe he's placing himself in other parts of his life. Give me the right requisite pieces, and I will give it all. If you don't give me that, I'm not giving you it either. And I can still play. I'm so great. I can still play at elite level and give you 70% for the majority of the time, bro. And that's crazy.
That's fair. I overlooked that point. You're absolutely right. That's fair. That's fair. Because when you do think about it, 2020, it was there in 2021 and it started to tail off. So if you look at it really outside of them making the Western Conference final last year, the team has been pretty much ass. So that would reflect that leadership level of that. So and to start this season too. So I missed that point. So that's fair. Well, it's more than fair. You're correct. Because I was kind of saying like, man, he just doesn't seem like the same leader, but we haven't been the same team. So you're right.
Exactly. And wouldn't you say that that's been a pattern in his career where when his team, even on other teams in his career, where if his team is not at that point, like he pretty much just lets it go, man, moves on or turns it down. That's what I've seen from LeBron James.
Yep. And Andrew brings up a good point here. I like what we got from Wood and Christie. I'm concerned about when Rui returns. Yeah, because Rui's injuries and being in and out of the lineup is pretty much has been a routine thing. So they've almost gotten used to playing without him the whole season. To me, this almost makes me think they might trade him. Just for the simple fact they haven't been able to count on him all year. If they're really going to try to commit to Christian Wood, and if they're looking at maybe bringing in a guy like Drummond or Olynyk or something like that, that one of those guys are going to be the odd man out, right? So my thing at all, whoever is the main piece of the trade package that we do, if it's a guard, if the main player on the other team that we're getting is a guard, then the deal it's going to be very D'Lo heavy. If the main player is more of a big, then I think it's going to be Rui heavy because, like I said, it's just too much redundancy there. So depending on which angle they take, but I do agree if because the Rui being out so much, when they do finally bring it back, is kind of when Christian Wood is lacking to get minutes. So Christian Wood was getting minutes early in the season when Rui was hurt and in and out, and then they came back and they were trying to find a way to get Rui to that 20 plus minutes a game, and that Christian Wood had to sacrifice for that. Now with Rui being out so much, they're giving, Darvin Ham trying to be the people's champ over here, giving them what they want and giving them the Lakers shaver Christian Wood. That it's now when Rui comes back, especially the way that Christian Wood plays with AD, I agree with you, Angie. There's going to be a concern when Rui comes back. What do you think about that, Africa?
I agree. And I've been surprised, like I was saying in the stream, that Rui didn't come out the gate having a big role on the team. So it's going to be interesting. I think whatever splash we make, I hope it's big personally. And if it's going to be big, I'm assuming every team is going to ask first off Austin Reeves got to be on the table. And if he's not on the table, don't give me no Rui, D'Angelo Russell, and pieces. I don't want that, and a pick. I don't want that. You got to put Austin Reeves on the table, and you got to give me one of your first round picks, and we start talking at that point in time. So, it's going to be interesting. I would love DeJounte Murray, like you said. I would love a Kyrie Irving if they stop believing in that duo with Luka, even though they've been playing well recently after Kyrie came back from injury. So, yeah, Zach LaVine. I'm, you know, me personally, I understand the whole long-term situation, and I ain't no GM, man. Go all out, and if we get a chip, I can handle the $47-50 million in 2 years when he's dropping an inconsequential 27 points next to AD. I don't mind that, but just let's go all in and roll the dice and see what happens. Now, and I don't think it will be a situation of the level of a Westbrook. Like Zach LaVine is very talented. I think with the injury this season and him being kind of quiet in terms of his production, you kind of forget how good Zach LaVine can be. And he's going to be the second, third guy on this team. And so I think that's the perfect position for Zach LaVine. And his skill set perfectly complements what we need in terms of fourth quarter shot creation and actual pressure on the rim. He can do that at an elite level, Jeff. I'm going to leave it at that, though.
Yeah, he can. I just like I said, I just worry about us not being able to. We have to worry about post LeBron AD team. We have to, because we signed him to an extension. He's got, we got him for 5 more years. We can't keep trading like the 25 to 2030 Laker assets to save this team year after year. Like at some point, like I said something, if you're going to trade picks for something, then go trade for a high level head coach, like versus the player at this point, right? Get a guy who can change our culture and be part of our culture for the next 10 years, as opposed to a guy you're going to be looking to trade again or let walk in free agency after you gave up a first round pick for. At some point,
not worth a chip though, Jeff. Not worth a chip, real quick.
I hear you, but are you gonna sacrifice? Okay, see, if you're a team that never wins, if you're a team that's never won, but when you're the Lakers and you got a new huge TV deal coming up from the NBA, you're gonna have a ton of cap space. How do you make that team better for your future? Like when you're going to get that next big guy, and you get him, you got AD here. Hopefully, you have some other pieces still there, right? That you could work with. How do you sell them on keeping them competitive for the next 5 years? If you want to sign this guy to a 5-year deal, 4-year deal, you know what I mean? How do you sell them when you have no way to improve the team? Well, we'll figure it out. You know what I mean? At some point, you have to, like, are we really going to give like Utah like another pick, and like they could potentially have 2 lottery picks if things go south of ours in the same conference? You know what I mean? So like at some point, like, do they really need the home run ball? Like, do they? And even if you do the home run ball, is Zach LaVine enough to get us to a championship if you got to give away 3 guys and pray that the buyout market hits? So and then if it doesn't work with Zach and you're stuck with him for 3.5 more years, $47 million, like these are things you have to consider, man. Like you have to consider it. And then you're only a bad playoff series away from Braun ignoring him. then it's like then you got the Westbrook situation all over again. So I don't know. I like Zach LaVine. I think it's never about Zach LaVine. It's never been about Zach LaVine, the person or the player. It's been about the contract. And the Lakers made that mistake. We got lucky that Russ only had 2 years left on his deal when we got him. We got lucky. LaVine's gonna have 3.5 years left on his deal if we get him. So that is
Zach LaVine is in his prime though, Jeff. He's right in his prime right now. You act like a 2 guard in his prime that can give you 25 points per game, and be your best scorer on your team on any given night is somehow going to lose value and be untradeable at a certain point in time. Well, why do that, Jeff?
No, I hear you, and I guess my thing is if he comes in and he plays well enough, then obviously you wouldn't have to worry about it. You can move him. But if he comes in and it's just a terrible fit and his value drops,
damn,
then you're looking around like, okay, we have to blow everything up, trade AD, move everyone at that point, right? Because you got to clear the deck.
The worst case scenario picture you painting is going to frighten a GM, and a GM is going to be sitting at his table looking at the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. If the worst case scenario is what you're saying, you're probably not making that deal. But I'm assuming that you, as a GM, look at the best case scenario when you get players, and then you measure up the best case scenario versus the worst. Now, does it make us a championship team? Most definitely does. AD, Zach LaVine, and LeBron James and what we send off Rui, D'Lo, and Austin Reeves or Taurean Prince, or three of those 4 guys, or whatever happens, and we might throw in a second round pick, whatever it may be, right? If that's the case, then we still have pieces on the bench like a Max Christie, like Atarian Prince, if he stays on the team, like a Rui Hachimura, whatever the combination of leftover pieces, they actually have elevator roles. I think we will have a solid 8-man rotation, and that's all we need. I don't think we need some
barring
deep rotation.
injury, barring
Hmm?
injury, but
Barring
barring injury,
injury,
yeah,
yeah, okay.
which is no, I hear you, and maybe I don't know, I think we all just have PTSD from the Russ trade. I
Mhm.
because we all knew it was a bad trade before it happened when it was rumored. We knew it was a bad trade when it happened, and that is still tough. We probably lost the championship because of that trade. So a trade like that, I think not only frightens the fan base, but like you said, frightens the GM, frightens the governor, frightens the fan base, and might even frighten the players on the team because they've been through that before. But it's just, is Zach LaVine that guy? And of all the guys that are out there, like Zach LaVine, DeJounte Murray, like I think DeJounte Murray will probably be a little bit more pricey.
I would like him mostly, especially the defense as well. He's a
Yes,
two-way player,
yeah,
Dejounte.
I would love him,
Definitely.
but I think he's going to be more. I think he's going to cost more than
More
and
than
they
we
sh-
have.
they
Yeah.
they shine
Yeah.
you out here, man. My guy Africa is great. He makes you understand from all perspectives. Facts, man. I'm telling you, he blesses every
Uh,
panel he's on, man.
Shout out to Dante, man. That's
Yeah,
all love.
there's a real one there. Let's see. Let me catch up to a couple of these real quick. Uh, see, oh yeah, that Search is double duty. He's a Search is with the 3V, man. Search is like triple modding right now. I guarantee you. Guarantee he's triple modding right now. Rui is trade bait. He might be. He absolutely might be. Nato said best team that never won a chip: Shaq, Eldon, Campbell, Van Axel, Sabalos, Eddie Jones. Are the Lakers? I mean, there's plenty of teams that were best teams that didn't win a chip. But I mean, if you're talking about Lakers, if you're talking about the best team that ever won a chip, how about the 2016 Warriors? But let's see. That team right there, man. So that team, right when Shaq got there, before Kobe was Kobe. Um, that team before Shaq and Kobe got there, was real fun to watch. It kind of brought some hope back to Laker basketball post Magic Johnson. We missed the playoff one time after Magic retired. We got back in, lost to the Phoenix Suns in the first round. We were up 2-0 in that series and then lost 3-2. And then we missed the playoffs. And then we started building, and it started with Van Axel, George Lynch, made a trade for Cedric Ceballos, Eldon Campbell. We already had. He was kind of a young riser. Eddie Jones in the draft, and then like I said, all those guys that we got, Doug Christie when we had on the team back there, Anthony Peeler, all those guys. That was a team that I really really enjoyed watching, and they were building up to something. I remember they knocked out the Seattle Supersonics. Man, George, just why the reason why George Karl hates the Lakers guys, right? Is because that team right before minus Shaq put Vlade in there, and that team got George Karl fired from Seattle, and that's why he hates the Lakers. And that team was on to something, and then they moved some pieces. They got Shaq, they got Kobe, and this is a prime example. If you look at this list right here: Eldon Campbell, Van Axel, Sabalos, and Jones. Well, Sabalos never. Wait, did he did he did briefly. Sabalos played with them briefly, and then got traded for Ori. So if you think about it, this team on paper, it looked incredible, especially if you added Kobe to that mix. Eldon had to be traded, Van Axel had to be traded, Sabalos had to be traded, and Eddie Jones had to be traded, all to make it all work, make room for Kobe, and get guys in there that can play with them. And those trades, the trade to slide Kobe into a starting position, the trade to move Derek Fisher up the chain of command, and the trade to get Robert Horry in there, and then Glenn Rice, which I guess you could say kind of helped us win one. But if you look at this team, this is incredible. But then you saw what these assets led to and how they won a chip, which is back to Africa's point of doing it, whatever you got to do to win the chip. Because everyone on this roster that Nando's listed was gone when the Lakers won the chip. And this team, I love this team. I loved this team. But everyone here except for Shaquille O'Neal was gone when the Lakers won their chip. And that's crazy.
If we look at it, Jeff, post 2000, after the Lakers splash, right, and get Shaq and then draft Kobe, they win a championship, right? They go on a little cold streak after the three-peat. Then we make a splash with Pau Gasol, chips. Okay. Then we go through a drought. LeBron comes through, splash. Anthony Davis, we get the chip. Okay, then. So, and amazingly, the NBA has changed a lot in the last 3-4 years, right? Since we won a championship, it's changed a lot since your boy just put up that lineup with no floor space in terms of Eldon Campbell, Sabalos, and Shaq. Wow, how the game has changed. And so today, I think I want to ask you this. I think we're primed to make a big splash, and we need to if we're gonna make a championship run this season specifically, right? So I'm asking you, if I was to tell you that a 2K rating of Austin Reeves is an 80 overall, right? What would you say? How much better is Zach LaVine? What is his overall?
In his game, if Austin Reeves is at 80,
Mm-hmm.
Zach LaVine has to be at least an 87.
Mm.
Maybe even it's just Austin can score, but he does other things.
Mm.
Zach LaVine is a much better player than Austin Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way about it. But
Mm-hmm.
I this sounds this is gonna sound funny. I don't know what type of role player Zach LaVine can be. I know
Wow.
what type of great role player Austin Reeves can be. So
Mm.
you need role players like Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves is going to win championships in this league. I'm not going to say he's going to be the reason for it, but imagine, like I said, I have a feeling Austin's going to end up with Wemby. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. He's going to attach himself to someone that and be that piece off a bench for years and years to come and help. So it's Austin Reeves. We already know he can be, and I consider Austin Reeves to be an elite role player. Like a guy who knows his roles, can score, but he's not Zach LaVine. He can't be a number one on a team or number two.
Do you think we need a role player as a number three? Sorry to cut you off, but do you think our number three is actually a role player, or is it actually an all-star level player that we need from our number three option?
A number three should be a fringe all-star player in the West. If you're in the East, then probably all-star. In the West, fringe all-star. Like good enough, but might not make it, or has been one in the past and isn't one every year. I don't think you need a perennial all-star, an all-NBA guy, or an Olympian as your third guy. But you need a guy who's on the door looking in every all-star break, right?
Oh, that sounds like Zach LaVine to me right there.
Yeah, I know. But I also would want that guy to be 25 million.
You know yeah. Not getting paid like the,
not getting
like
paid
the best
like
player in the NBA. Yeah. No,
here's my thing. And again, I've said this numerous times too. You're going to trade for Zach LaVine, right? You're going to trade for Zach LaVine. His shots are going to go down. His touches is going to go down. His usage rate is going to go down. His assists are going to go down. Everything is going to go down. You know what's not going down? That money,
that paycheck. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So that's my thing is I'm and it might be my fault. I'm so pre-wired to I watch the game, I break down the game. I love the actual game itself, but then I love the game within the game, and I love the business side, right? So when I look at it, I don't look at what can just save this next 2 months, right? I look at it like what can save the next 3 to 5 years, as well as today. Now, sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. But what I'm saying is a player like Zach LaVine, if he had 1 year less on that deal, 1 year less, I'll be like, do that shit. But I'm hesitant because of 3.5 years. He's oft injured. Like it's just, he's not a defender. You know what I mean? Like, if he's not giving you points, what is he really giving you? And at that cost,
he's giving you his prime, Jeff. He's giving you 28-year-old, 40-inch vertical, 3-ball elite, shot creation elite, bounce elite, can beat anybody off the dribble, will get to the rim and be able to collapse the defenses, you know. And so
you know it's not elite? His knees.
So okay. Fair enough. Okay.
So that's what I worry about. If it was LaVine, like he's averaging 70 games a year, 75 games a year, he's getting points. He's played with DeRozan. He had Vuk out there, guys with touches. He's been able to play. They were getting the playoffs. Like if I had a guy that was getting the playoffs all the time, playing as a top 3 player on that team, arguably 1 or 2, getting his numbers, playing with the guys who can score, staying healthy. Let's go get this dude. But has he been that dude?
Has not been.
Or is he a good player on a bad team? Or is he a good player on a bad team?
He's been a very good player on average teams in his career. Yeah, he has been.
Is it Kyrie or LaVine? To me, Kyrie 10 times out of 10. That's not even a question to me.
Yeah, definitely Kyrie, definitely. But
stay away from LaVine.
I don't think he's available. But,
no, he's not available. The Lakers are not. That ship is sailed. That ship is sailed.
I'm surprised the chat is not riding with this LaVine talk, but that's cool. That's cool. I hope
my chat is a little blunt. I think I may have poisoned my chat on the money.
Okay.
Yeah. I told you I'm a hell of a salesman, man. I got you right. So I with this roster. No. But what I'm saying is, I think a lot of people flock to my channel, Kareem's channel, and listen to us when we're talking the numbers of the game, right? And not just the stats, but the money, right? So I think when you got minds that think like that, a lot of the people in the chat are kind of the same mind when it comes to that. It's different than just talk about the game. Let's talk about the game and talk about the business of basketball. It's pretty much what my channel is about. So you're gonna have plenty of people that are like, I'm kind of the hybrid. I'm kind of in the middle. I'll take the risk, but it's got to be the right risk. You know what I mean? It's got to be the guy that I'm like. That's why the Murray, give me Murray, because I think Murray can give you elite play. The money is great. He's younger, two-way player, like someone like that. So I'd spend that money on him. It's crazy. I'd probably take a Jeremy Grant over Zach LaVine.
Wow, I would not.
I know what I'm saying, and he's got longer money, and he's got long money. He's got longer money, but it's like 17 million less a year. So it's like it's what I'm saying is when you look around.
Closer, Jeff. We need that closer though. That's what I'm looking for in the trade market. We need that fourth quarter closer. That's what.
Okay, let me ask you something. You really think that a team with LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the floor, they're gonna even let that guy be the closer?
I think you put the ball in his hands and you tell him make the best decision, and if not, you still got LeBron James, but Zach LaVine, AD, pick and roll, and you work it out and you make the best decision. Yes, and if that's you downhill putting pressure on the rim or pull up mid-range jumper, which you can, you make the best decision as a scorer. But you're looking to score. Be aggressive, be who you are, be who you've been, but understand you have multiple options here. You're playing with the best team you ever played with, and it should be easier for you. And so they got a lot of questions on the defense because it's not the same like when LeBron comes off that pick and roll, and that pull-up three is not a threat. With Zach LaVine, it is a threat. So you either trap me, I'm going one-on-one on the switch, or we got the switch with AD, or I'm going to the rim and dunking on everybody. I think we got a lot more options in that offense, and I'm hoping that his playmaking has only been limited because of the teammates and the players around him. When you play with better players, playmaking should become easier, Jeff. And he's been elite. He's been an efficient scorer his whole career. The man shoots 46% for his career as a tool guard, right? He shoots 38% from three for his career as a tool guard, right? So he has the elements of being an efficient role player. When you talk about role player, efficiency is key, and he can be efficient as a high volume scorer. So if he's going to have lower volume, he should be more efficient. His attacking the rim should increase because that's what we need from our guard play is to collapse the defense. This will preserve LeBron James as well during the regular season. AD can be the dominant defensive player he can be, and I think the ball is in his hands in the clutch. Yes, it definitely is, especially when we got on it. Jeff, not to go on too long on this tangent.
But no, keep going. You're cooking. Keep going.
When you're trusting in Austin Reeves, we saw what LeBron did, right? Between the legs, 3-2 zone, fade away like you Kobe Brick, right? Then he comes up the court, he passes to Austin Reeves and says, "You go make a play." That becomes Zach LaVine. But how much do we trust in Austin Reeves? We trust in him so much that he has the confidence to offer AD screen. They go under the screen, pull up from 30 feet from the basket, and pull that three when he was 0 of 5 at that point in time. The freedom that Austin Reeves has, the shot creating ability that Austin Reeves has, right? Which is a B-level shot creation in the NBA. And we give him that much trust in the offense, shows if we give that to Zach LaVine, that man is going to be amazing. I assume he should be better than he's ever been, is what I expect from that. And that should translate to more wins. So if we can give Austin Reeves that amount of responsibility and trust, and he is taking horrible shots, 0 of 5 from the field, and he has the confidence to take those, I expect a player on a higher level, an A-level shot creator, A-level offensive player in the NBA. I expect this team to be a lot better. And don't give me who's the 6th, 7th, 8th man off the bench, because our top 3 is going to carry a lot of the load, my friends. That's how we did it in the bubble. That's how we should be doing it this season. And I don't care about the next 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons. Me as a fan, it's not my responsibility to care about the structure and of the salary cap and how all this new money coming in. My journey is this season, the rest of this season, and I want to see a championship. I want to see the conversations of the Lakers being the best franchise in NBA history. I want to hear the conversations of LeBron in year 21 getting chip number 5 and all the Jordan haters all mad and salty. I want to hear all these things. I want to see AD solidify his place in in Laker history and Laker franchise history as a great all-time big man and go on to be the franchise leader and build a connection with Zach LaVine, being guided by LeBron James. All of these things, and the best case scenario is a beautiful thing. I don't think we should harp on the worst case scenario. You should look at how it looks like when we get to the end of the rainbow and we find that pot of gold, my brother Jeff. We should look at it like that.
Man. Okay, lot to unpack there. But definitely no one is going under a screen on Zach LaVine. So yeah, they're gonna step up. He's gonna be able to split to get this. But let me ask you a question. I'm gonna catch your breath, get some water or something, because he was on fire there for a second there, man. I'm gonna go ahead and just I don't know what I can say that can just overtake what you just said right now, but I'm just going to say right now, the only thing I have concerns of with that is, like you said, I agree with a lot of that. My thing is we can't even get Braun and AD to play a 2-man game. So my thing is AD going to play that with Zach
I
LaVine?
think they're limited. I think LeBron and AD are limited in what they can do in that 2-man game. They don't have the players around them to be able to play that 2-man game. You need space for LeBron and AD to play that 2-man game. It's the one major thing that you would understand is the floor spacing, and we don't have the floor spacing. So the pick and roll is kind of dead in that situation. We saw Austin Reeves and AD try and run that pick and roll against a 2-3 zone, and that looked ridiculous because there's nowhere to roll AD. So what we doing? So you stopping in the mid-range and you just get the pass, and he got bailed out, gets to the free throw line. We saw that. So I think the spacing is key. And so if you get Zach LaVine on the court and the pick and roll with AD, the question of the spacing will be figured out in the buyout market. You're right about that, because we need to get shooters at the end of the day. And so if you can just find stationary shooters that can keep the defense honest, we can do well. Can Pelinka somehow finesse a trade in which we don't give away a Taurean Prince, we don't give away specifically Taurean Prince straight up as one of the most valuable role players on our team. If we can keep the 40% shooter in that corner, we have done a lot already with adding Zach LaVine on that team. That's what I would say.
Okay. Again, my thing has always been the money. You do make excellent points. What would be your I hear a lot of people say, give me DeRozan instead. What would you be A, for it, B, against it, and why?
I would be against that trade. And essentially because of how he limits our best players. He operates in spaces that LeBron likes to operate in and AD likes to operate. If you want to get to the mid-range, if you want to shot create and go off the dribble and take away possessions and touches because you're a heavy ISO scorer, you are going to have to be the focal point of the offense, more so than a guy like a Zach LaVine, I think. And so by that, if he's trying to take mid-range jumpers, where's AD at? In the dunker spot? No, I don't think so. So what? Is he going to be hanging around the three-point line and with LeBron and AD? If I'm a defense, I'm loading up on DeRozan. What are you going to do? Your playmaking going to get you through the game and be able to find which shooters on this team? I don't think so. So I don't think more than his skill set, even though I don't think his skill set is bad for the team, I think it doesn't help AD and LeBron. So I don't think that's a good trade. Straight up.
If you make a trade, for LaVine, do you do all you can to get Caruso in that deal too?
Oh, I think you should. And I don't think you have enough pieces to do that.
Again, it would be tough because he's about $9 million. So I think you could, but it's going to be.
You can make the money work, but not the value work.
Well, that's it. That's it right there. You can make the money work, but it's going to be like a Rui D'Lo Reeves situation, right? And that's at some point too expensive as far as the value goes. So,
hold on, Jeff. Too expensive for who, Jeff? For who?
LaVine and Caruso.
No. But who? You said Austin Reeves,
Austin, D'Lo, Rui, and a first round pick.
Yeah. Too valuable for the Lakers.
I mean.
Oh.
My thing is how do you value from a space for how do you replace those level of role players when your money's going to be all tied up? You know what I mean? Is what I'm saying. So look at Phoenix's situation. Like you don't want to get to a point you can keep these guys because they're already on your books. You can't go out and get another Rui. You can't get another Austin. You can't get another D'Lo. You're going to be 3 stars and minimum contracts.
Christian Wood, Vanderbilt still on your team. Christian Wood still on your team, right? Cam Reddish might still be on your team.
Okay, but Christian Wood's a minimum contract. You're not going to be able to keep him moving forward. So I'm just saying, I understand focus on this year.
Yeah. This year is what I'm talking about, Jeff. You're talking about
I understand. But any majority of the people who's going to be able to help you win a championship, like granted, if Gabe Vincent ever sees a basketball court again, he's still here. If they don't include him in the deal money wise, right? So you could get their money I'm tripping. You could get their money wise because you could do D'Lo, Rui, Vincent. Essentially, I got to put the money up here. Angie, if you're still in here, because I don't got even my sites up here. You can get to the money because I forgot about Vincent's 13 mil.
I was saying that I don't think that's enough for the Bulls to accept that offer. Is what I was trying to say. I don't think that's enough. Rui, Vincent, D'Lo, and a pick. Not enough
Well,
to
you probably have
boost
to do a
up.
pick swap and some seconds in there too. You probably would have
Mm,
to. So you could add value on picks. They just can't trade out first round picks other than 2029 right now. They can't move
mm,
2025 or 2024 because it's tied up. The Pelicans gets to pick which one of those two picks they get. And until
mm.
they make a decision, it's locked. And if they pick 2020, let's say they right now they pick 2024 because that pick is traded, you can't trade 2025
The next year's
because you
pick,
can't
yeah.
trade back to back years. So they cannot trade. So if they choose 2024, like I said, let's say the Pelicans came out and said, we're going to make this official now. We're taking 2024. So that now opens up 2026. That you actually no, because you traded 2027. So no, you're stuck. So you cannot trade literally anything because if they take 2024, even if they take 2025, you can't trade 26. But you can't trade 24 because 25 is going. You have to wait till around the draft. So none of these can be moved at a trade deadline until 7 years out. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's you have picks, but just none you can move for value. So when I say value is doing everything to save one season, and even does it even make you good enough to win a championship at that point? And yeah, Doug Christie was a Laker one point in time.
Mm.
But that's what I'm saying. Wait, you said Vandal is a liability on defense? I think you got that backwards, JS. But thanks for pulling up, JS. Liability on offense. Hit stick step. What's going on, my guy? Quickly would have been a hella good fit for us. Yeah. He's a bucket, man. We need buckets, man. Give me Laurie Markkinen. He's gonna be too expensive. I don't think we'll be able to get him. There you go on offense. I know you mistyped that, JSJ. I'm ready to dump Vando, but his contract is rough. His contract is a rough search. He's making less than Vando's making less than mid-level money over the next like 5 years, man. So he's actually making less than like Gabe Vincent. Vando is. So it's not his money is not terrible. Like he's mid-level money. Levine just needs a point guard. Look at what happened when he got Lonzo. Yeah, but we don't have one. Young Africa, what about a plan B trade? Money friendly for the franchise. Like
We talked about this before, Jeff. I like Karis LeVert, who's on a heater right now for the Cavaliers, and so
yep.
If we can't get this big splash, I still and why I say Karis LeVert is I'm talking about our offense and our floor spacing and our shot creation. Karis LeVert is an underrated shot creator. I think one of the better shot creators in the NBA, and so I think we need that, and he would help a lot. So if not a big splash, go get Karis LeVert and worry about the future and be a responsible GM, Jeff, and do all those things and get bounced in the second round. Okay, let's go.
Ain't nobody getting money like that if you can't play both ways. Be a responsible GM, Jeff. I know. You know what it is, Africa, because you touched on it, right? About how you said that they went like a little drought, right? Well, it took Kobe and Shaq 4 years to win the chip, right? And then when they didn't win it, when they finally fell off basically for good in 2002, it took 8 years to win another one, right? And then they won it in 2010, and then it took us 10 years to win another one. So these droughts, man, like I said, so a lot of it was because of bad business decisions. So not the one for Kobe and Shaq. It just took time from Kobe to come of age. For Shaq to have that true number 2 to win. I know people don't want to give Kobe credit for those years he won with Shaq, but oddly enough, they forget that till Kobe came of age, Shaq didn't win anything either. But outside of that, then Shaq basically, gets on, think what happens, he leaves. And then Kobe, by the time he puts it back together, gets to the finals in 2008, loses, wins in 2009. So 7-year drought. Wins in 2009, wins in 2010, and then a 10-year drought. Now we're sitting here on a 4-year drought. If they botch this, we could be looking at another 5 to 6 year drought. And it's 10 years between chips. And that's what I'm saying is I've been through it too many times with the bad trade, the bad business decision, the bad money, the Luol Dengs, the Mozgovs, having to trade picks to get out from under it to be able to sign LeBron, then use every pick to keep LeBron happy. It's just like at some point we've done all that movement, all these moves, and we've won one chip in 14 years. And what I'm saying is from the perspective of being the stingy GM thinking, and I don't want to go 14 years with one chip. We're not the Celtics. We don't go one chip in 36 years. You know what I'm saying? We win twice a decade, at least, or we got a problem. But when we operate like these other teams who make panic moves and sacrifice everything and don't remember that if you do things right, you win twice a decade at minimum. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be the Boston Celtics. They got 17, yes. But they got one since 80. They've got one chip since 86. And it's because of basically once Red Auerbach, stopped managing. And it's been bad management up until recently, right? So that's what I'm worried about. So I have a president that I'm setting it off of, right? I'm not just saying I'm not saying don't spend your money. It's not my money, but I've seen this movie before when you don't spend wisely. And that's what I'm worried about. Is I don't want one chip in 15 years. Fuck that. I don't want that. Like that's not how we do things around here. You know what I mean? So it's like, so for me, if I'm gonna roll the dice, like look, Africa, if I'm going to war, like give me the dude I know, that I can count on. I'm not sold. I can count on Zach LaVine is my thing. I'm not worried about spending the money, but I don't know if that guy's out there. I don't know if that guy is out there. Like the guy that's available that it's going to be perennial, take us over the top, can build with AD, is healthy, has had deep playoff runs as being being one of those guys. Like I don't see that guy available in the trade market. So why should we pay that same price for a guy who's not?
Well, I will tell you this, Jeff, as the GM of the Lakers, I would say this, right? I would say you realize that you're on a timeline, right? And you're talking like you're on the timeline of an Anthony Davis career. You're actually on the timeline of a LeBron James career right now, right? That's the timeline you want. And that timeline is dissipating very quickly, right? And so you have literally 2 seasons to get this right. And so this season is a huge season for you to get it right. And so if you don't make this happen, right, and go all in on this season, one, you're not going to get a fully bought in LeBron James, right, which already is limited your ceiling, like we saw today, right? You squeak out a 132 to 131 win against the Toronto Raptors, right? You can put the ceiling on this team and wait for the right move, right? And that's going to be the good long-term move, or you waste LeBron James's career, the rest of his career in a Laker jersey. Now, I understand as a historical GM, Jeff, you done wasted a great Lakers career already when it comes to Kobe Bryant at the end of his career. Do you want to repeat the same mistake of these Laker greats walking out in shame and walking out in the lottery at the end of their careers? Or do you want to actually set them up and put them in position to win? And so the timeline is one that is for LeBron James. Now, if you're acting like the timeline is an Anthony Davis career in which you don't know what's going to happen with Anthony Davis, what type of player he'll be without a LeBron James, then you're setting yourself up for failure, man. Failure, because you don't get many chances to set up a championship team. Now, Jeff, you've been blessed. You've been blessed with abundance in your life, right? You expect multiple championships every decade, like you just said, right? But understand, these championships are built off of star and greatness, not off of GMs drafting and working things out. Now, even though you drafted well, you got Brandon Ingram, you got Lonzo Ball, you did some certain things well in the last 10 years, right? But at the end of the day, you have to switch those pieces up for the stars. Now you've got pieces where you can get an additional star. And instead of doing that, you're going to protect your future. Your future is the present. Your future is winning. Your future is the greatness and the legacy of the Lakers. And so you can play with that. You can assume that you have more opportunities in the future, but you have a great opportunity now. One of the greatest players of all time. What a story, Jeff. What a story as a GM that in year 21, you could orchestrate a move in which you could place a veteran who many people call the greatest player of all time in position to win his 5th championship ring in a Laker jersey. My goodness. You gonna pass that up, Jeff, for the future? What future? Max Christie's future, Jeff? Austin Reeves' future, Jeff? Come on.
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, okay, first of all, you're tripping on the GM thing because we had the greatest in the world, the greatest in the history of all time, Mr. Logan himself, Mr. Jerry West, who was the guy. You need a good GM to get superstars. They don't come if they don't believe in the front office. They don't come if they don't believe in the organizations being ran right. So you got to have a good GM in order to get stars, in order to draft stars, in order to trade draft picks, to be able to get someone else's draft pick who is a star, sign a Shaquille O'Neal, fool Charlotte to trade for Kobe Bryant, all these trades that he's made, make a move for Michael Thompson to help that Showtime Lakers team, make that trade of Norm Nixon for Byron Scott, make that trade of Vlade Divac, make that trade of Eddie Jones to free up space, move Van Axel out of there, get all these things, ancillary pieces that helped you get to that level. That was all the GM. That was all the GM, the greatest that ever did it, Mr. Jerry West. Outside of that, the Lakers did not waste the end of Kobe Bryant's career. Kobe Bryant's Achilles wasted the end of his career. And on top of that, they weren't going to sit there. They gave the man a 2-year maximum extension, therefore basically setting him off into the sunset on the best paid retirement you ever saw while he was still playing. So how dare young Africa say that they wasted the end of his career, because Vanessa's still being blessed with that money. God bless her. And at the end of the day, Kobe Bryant, Mike D'Antoni wrecked the end of Kobe Bryant. Bryant and Jim Buss there with that portion of playing them too many minutes in that season. But at the end of the day, they didn't build a bad roster around him at that point. His Achilles gave out and they just knew he was done, but they wanted him to go out on his terms whenever the hell he was good, damn ready to, and spent the money on him, extended him instead of not doing it, and then having him retire early and then go sign some other stars. But you know what they did? No, they paid their superstar for what he did as opposed to what he was going to do. And that's the reason they got the great LeBron James that we're talking about getting him his 5th ring, because LeBron saw how they treated their fading away superstar and saw that that's what they're going to do for me. But the difference between LeBron James and Kobe Bryant is Kobe Bryant spent 20 years here. Kobe Bryant won 5 championships here.
He hasn't heard it, Jeff. Okay.
No, so what I'm saying, what I'm saying is the difference is the Los Angeles Lakers are bigger than LeBron James. They are. Okay. The Los Angeles. Look. We are not St. Vincent St. Mary. We are not Akron, Ohio. We are not the Cleveland Cavaliers. We are not the Miami Heat. We are the Los Angeles Lakers. We don't play that shit around here. Okay. So at the end of the day, Mr. LeBron James, that's cool that you got 4, and thank God that you got us 1, because man, we went on a hell of a drought without it. Thank God you got us 1. Thank God you got us AD. Thank God you're here. Thank God you are here. But when you are gone, LeBron James, this won't be Cleveland. This won't be Miami. This won't be none of that. We are still the Los Angeles Lakers. We had 16 of them things before you got here, and we will have at least 17 of those things after you leave. So at the end of the day, we are not going to sacrifice the Los Angeles Lakers brand to get year 21 dude and sacrifice everything in the future, even if that is just to back up Anthony Davis. But how dare you shit on Jerry West? Come on, let's go, man.
Okay, hey, man, I like that, Jeff. Hey, that's why you the GM of the Lakers, Jeff. See, I understand that, man. Lakers bigger than LeBron James. You know, I'm gonna have to go back to Clutch Sports and let them know what you have just said about this. You know, LeBron
I'm not allowed in the arena at all anymore. Now. There goes any credentials I'm trying to get. But no, it's no shade. I've gone numerous times. LeBron James saved us from the second that Kobe Bryant tore his Achilles, hurt his shoulder, right? His knee, all that thing that went down when he dropped 60 on his way out in 2016. LeBron James chose us. He chose us, but he wasn't choosing us if Jim Buss was still running shit, if Mitch Kupchak was still running shit. He chose us because Jeannie Buss, who everyone is slandering that she doesn't care, fired her flesh and blood to put Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka in there. Magic as the face, Rob as the GM that traded for Anthony Davis, right? Magic got Braun. Braun put the bug in AD's ear. Pelinka got AD. So what I'm saying is Jerry Krause gets killed for this. He gets killed for this, but he was spot on. His timing was wrong, and he needed to explain it better. He's got that Darvin Ham way of delivering information that just what he's saying is true, but he's saying it in a way that's not going to be received. When Jerry Krause said players don't win championships, great organizations do, he was right, because a great organization can keep Michael Jordan and build around him and give him a Hall of Fame head coach and fill in the roster. A great organization does that. It was not a great organization when they had Michael Jordan early. When Rob Thorne, who drafted Michael Jordan, it wasn't until Jerry Krause, a baseball guy, shout out to baseball, when a baseball guy got in there and helped. Now they hated him, and I understand that. But no Jerry Krause, there's no three-peat. And as hard as that is to understand for a lot of people, when he says that great organizations wins championships, like I said, he delivered it at the wrong time and didn't really put it into context what he was getting at. But it's true, because Jerry West had Pat Riley, who had Magic Johnson, who had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Jerry West, who had Phil Jackson, who had Shaquille O'Neal, who had Kobe Bryant. Championships. Great organizations win championships. If you have just Kobe Bryant on that team with no Shaquille O'Neal, no Phil Jackson, no Jerry West to help them build up for those first couple championships, I love Kobe to death. He's my favorite player of all time. History would have been different if he wasn't, because a great organization wins championships. So what I'm saying is the players dictate everything, but the GM and the owner spending their money, though, it all has to correlate. That all has to flow in together. It's one big unit, one big team. Because if you just have the star with a non-functional franchise and a bonehead coach, and the owner isn't, like, imagine if Donald Sterling had Michael Jordan. How many chips would Michael Jordan have had?
0, same amount as Allen Iverson, man. We don't.
So that's what I'm saying. So no, you're absolutely right. But again, like I'm saying, man, it's just, to me, if it's the right guy If it makes sense, do it. Empty the clip. But let's just not fire our only bullet we have left until we know. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, but
this is a beautiful conversation, Jeff. I'm gonna just say this: a beautiful conversation. All jokes aside, beautiful conversation. Because I really think that this conversation we're having is literally the conversation that boardroom in the Lakers stadium would be having. Right? Is about the question, right? And so I'm gonna ask you, like I would ask Rob Pelinka if I could talk to him. Right? Is what timeline do you believe this team should be on? Should it be on the AD in the future and the timeline of the cornerstone of the franchise's AD timeline, or should it be on the timeline of arguably the best player on the team currently, which is LeBron James, many people say? And should it be on that timeline in terms of the decisions we make in the short term?
It should be on the LeBron timeline, but not reckless to where it affects AD's timeline. If it makes sense, because if it's done right, it could help both timelines.
How? Oh, you're speaking of a beautiful possibility of both worlds coexisting peacefully. How does that work, Jeff? How does that work?
It probably doesn't. So what I'm saying is because
my timeline's urgency, right? Urgency is key for my timeline in terms of if I'm LeBron James.
So if they make this trade, let's say they trade for Zach LaVine.
The best possible opportunity, and if that happens to be not DeJounte Murray, not Larry Markkinen, but it happens to be Zach LaVine, we must do it. And that's me representing Clutch Sports. We must do that. We must.
He tried to get his. They're trying to. Man, he's trying to get a new village built out there. Come on, what are you doing? You're trying to catch on his head over here.
A village out here, man. Yeah.
He's over here. That Clutch money. People don't know this, man. Clutch is deep in Ethiopia, man. Y'all don't understand over there, man. Like they over there, man. What you say though? You the Steph Curry, your village. Though you say like.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's what they call me, man.
That's what
they call me the Splash cousin, man. The Splash Prince, man.
The Splash Prince. Oh man, that's crazy. Man. No, this is. You know what's funny? Because me and you rarely like disagree, but it's really funny because we have like two fundamental like. I'm more conservative when it comes to these trades because we've been burned so many times. So for me, there's a lot of people like that'll do it. Particularly, it's like the guys who are like Bron fans that just happen to be like rooting for the Lakers because Bron is here. So of course they don't give a shit if we just get rid of our entire future to save when I say their GOAT, because it is their GOAT, right? So it's like they're not really Laker fans. They're just rooting for the Lakers because LeBron is here, and then they're blaming everyone else, not other than LeBron, when things go bad, right? So you move those guys. Now you're a Bron fan, but you're a Laker fan. You're a Kobe guy too. You're a Kobe guy. So I think people hear you when you stick up for LeBron. I think people forget that about you. So it's important to lay that out. You're a Laker guy and you're a Kobe guy. So yeah, like people like need to understand that you're not picking up for LeBron. I don't want people to
no doubt, not selling out the franchise. But I feel like if you're on the precipice, I think you got to make the move. But what do you say to that? What do you say?
It's a tough trigger to pull, man, because I just don't see LaVine as that guy. And I hope if they do make the trade, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. It's the health, it's the contract, it's the him in the third role. Is he going to be that guy? Is Darvin Ham here? Is he going to manage it right? Like, there's so many different things that make me hesitate to do a deal like that. I would feel so much safer with like a DeJounte Murray because I don't think you have to worry about moving him the next 5 years if something goes wrong. I think his value would be solid. I think if you were getting I probably wouldn't do a Siakam. Well, not that I wouldn't, but I'm just saying all things being considered. When I look around, I just don't see that move. LaVine is like probably the only realistic one, and that's probably why I don't like it. Is because typically it's like, well, we could do this, we could do that. Like, are we going to do that Utah deal again, which is the repeat of next year? We're just going to get the same type of things, flare out, and now Utah has 2 of our picks. Are we doing that? You know what I mean? Are we giving Utah 2 of our picks? Are we going to let Danny just hit us with Groundhog Day every year? Hey, look, it's February. Here come another Laker pick. Let's get it. Let's get it. We'll get you a 2031 one too. Give it to me. And I don't want to be in that on that. Hold on real quick, because me and you've been going back and forth so much. Let me hit up some of these. I'm like 30 chats behind here. Give me 1 second. Y'all think LBJ can elevate LaVine's game? I think LeBron has the ability to elevate anybody's game. LeBron's shooting 40% from 3. He is. That's just crazy. I still can't believe that's happening. Joining Dan and Jeff. Yes, live on the PSF. We will be back soon. Any day now, a couple of days actually. Like I said, make sure to get over there and support my brother Dan, man. Make sure y'all get over there immediately, expeditiously, man. Get over there and support our brother, man. Africa is cooking. Africa always cooking, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's Chef Village over there, man. He cooking, man. Cooking, man. Plus, we still have the 2026 and 2028 first rounders. We have them, but we cannot trade them. Too much all in on Zach. You're good selling him. Shit, I need you to be my AV's agent. Told you, Africa's he's young African, man. He young clutch, bro. He young clutch over here, man. He young clutch. Sorry, yeah, he's young clutch over here. AD been on that time. Let's see. You got to find shooters that's not afraid of the lights, facts, or find shooters who don't start bricking once they put on a Lakers jersey on. To me, that's Buddy, man. I think he'll be able to shoot if he gets here, man. Hey, hit stick step, a triple salute to you, brother. They will want Max Christie in there somehow. Facts. They're going to want every young asset and every available pick. Not going to hold you. Scotty Barnes is Himmy. Yeah, Scotty tough. Scotty tough, no doubt. Please like, subscribe, share, and dunk on that notification. Absolutely. Raptors coach tweaked on the refs in the post-game interview. Oh, word? Why was everyone making such a big deal about the officials? I didn't see this too bad today. I didn't. Facts, no one done. Let's see. Let's get through here. Mic drop. Okay, that was the point of my rant. Let's see. This stream about to be these streams about to be 2 more hours, guys. Legendary. This is so good while at work. I can't even feel it. No, man. I'm telling you, whenever Africa, like I said, I actually like it. I tell Dan this all the time. Like I like it. Like it's actually fun sometimes when you disagree with someone, don't agree on an opinion with someone that you see the game with similarly to. It makes it funner. You know what I mean? At times, so, like I love it. And Africa's always telling me like Jeff, we're too nice over here. We need to get
yeah, exactly. And we really feel these things. Like we don't try and manufacture. Like I really feel like exactly. It's necessary to make the move if you're on that edge, and there's teams that are levels above you currently. You really have no chance. And so, what's the point, right? And the point, so what's the point? You might as well just move on and rebuild for the future if you're not trying to win now with LeBron on the roster. That's just
I hear it. We're gonna have to check out this coach's reaction because it's coming up left and right in the chat here. Yeah, they put in a young Africa to find you at Lakers in 5. Like that's where your GPS is pointed at here. Did you ever launch your page, man? What's going on, man?
Yeah. I'm gonna get back to it very soon. I have my page. Yeah, my page is there, man. It's I have one video. I haven't got back to it, but it's there at Young Africa. But I'm gonna be active soon, man, and I'm gonna get back to it, and I'm gonna just do it for the love and for the joy of the game, man. And I'm gonna just cover these games. But you can find me at Young African, man. But you hear about it eventually with natural growth and natural progression. Me grinding.
There we go. Translation. The channel will be going live when Kendrick Nunn gets off the injury list. So hold on. Here we go. Oh man, we got the GOAT in the building here, man. Dan, the Lakers fan, he said, major love to my bro Empire, Jeff, Chris, and me as the GM. These guys have been putting in amazing to your boy. So please sub them up and show mad love back. Facts. Show love over here to the channel, also to Young Africa's channel. Like I said, coming in 2025, Young Africa's channel. Make sure to go check him out over there. Check out Dan the Lakers fan. Like you said, me's the GM, rock with me. Chris the graphic guy, Mr. Quick Story himself. And like I said, you can always find Young Africa on Lakers in 5, Empire Jeff TV, FYF Sports Debates. You know what I'm saying? He just out here making the rounds. You know what I mean? He'll world round. He touring before the album dropped. That's all it is. That's what he doing.
Thanks, man. Got drop the mixtapes.
That's what he doing. That's what I did for my channel. I just did the mixtape circuit. I was building my channel in the background. I was going on like getting all these different panels, getting my name out there. Got people rocking with me. And then when I started doing my channel, now I miss the panels because I can't go there as much. You know what I mean? Yeah. But definitely like a home away from home over there in those places, man. So everyone's talking about the Raptors coach. Like I didn't see it because we've been on the stream here. I'm excited to see that now. Mari said it's not just the Raptors though. LBJ and AD gets hacked all game, and there's tons of no calls. Yeah, that's facts. That's what I was saying. I didn't see anything outside of the ordinary. Are they talking about the elbow where he knocked Cam out, or the moving screen? That was a moving screen. Like I don't understand.
Or maybe the Scotty Barnes reach. Maybe that was caught a foul on AD. I don't know.
He tripped him though. I understand like that was actually a bad, like if Scotty just went like a little to the right, he never would have touched AD, would have intercepted that and got a layup. Like he just like judged his lunge. You know what I'm saying? He tripped him. Like I don't.
Hey Jeff. Could I play the audio to the coach, or you don't want to play the audio for? No.
I can't. There's too many dudes getting shut down around here, man.
Even for audio, really? Okay.
Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna act like I know. Okay. So I just like I used to do audio clips. That's all. Yeah, I used to do audio clips on intros and like my pre-recorded videos and do like some mixing, all these different sounds and stuff. I don't even do that no more, man, because you they out here shutting people down without explanation, not telling you what you did, and you know how hard it is, like Like I had someone that told me that like literally they want to let them go because the intro like they had part of they paid someone to do a beat and they got the beat, and at some point someone filed the copyright because of a sample that was in the beat, but it was the intro to every they had over I think over 800 videos, right?
Wow.
And that intro was on every single video, so they literally had to go and put every video they had on private.
Wow.
Before they could get reactivated. I'm not trying to like, because they don't tell you what it is. And sometimes you got to like, how am I supposed to go through all these videos and know what it is? Right. So to me, I take no chances on it, you know? And it's like, I don't even want to mess with it. Cause I'm still trying to get in like, you know, I've seen some of my really good friends get hit with some stuff that was BS, and I'm just trying not to get roped up in that. You know what I mean?
Certain channels be playing like videos and
no, they do. But if you notice like Lamont's channel is even monetized. Like it's crazy. He can't. I don't know if he turns it off. I don't know what it is, but you can't even super chat Lamont.
Like, yeah, I don't know if he wants to be monetized.
That's what I'm saying. But there's some that like get it and then go. Like, I know you and Reg got your little, but like Reg be doing like all kinds of like stuff on his with his sounds and stuff. He's got to put it to private after the fact because he's playing music and stuff, and it's like they'll hit you for that, you know.
Okay.
But
yeah. But, we know about the powder room. Yeah, we can move on.
Bro, when I hear y'all two go back and forth, y'all two be going back and forth is comedy, bro. Like, cause you know what's funny? Cause dude, I don't even want to like. I'm not gonna say no one's names, bro. But I swear to God, man, Lamont just be bringing it out of people, dude. Like he be. I told Lamont is doing case studies on people and they don't even know it. Like
He an orchestrator. He a master orchestrator.
Bro, that one. I'm not gonna say names because I don't pick a side in any of this stuff. You know me, I'm as neutral as it gets, man. I get along with everyone. To me, it's all about the content. But there was one dude who just really, really lost it, man.
The one when Gilbert Arenas pulled up. I'm
not gonna, but oh my God, man. Well, there's two of them then, actually. There's two of them. There was that one, but there was another one, man. And I was just a guy who's really, really mellow and really calm and not known for. I was kind of shocked because he's really a good dude, like really, really nice dude. Like watch the show, like really chill, really calm. But Lamont be pulling it out of people.
Yeah, masterful, man. Masterful.
And you know what's funny? Why I love Lamont is because he keeps his tempo, like his pace of speech. It never rises, it never changes.
Yeah, consistent.
So you know when you like really, you know when you're really mad at someone and you just want to fight and he's giving you nothing. And you're like
keeping with the same tone, mad disrespectful, but just real calm with it.
Because you'll be going, well, you know, like you're just being really ignorant and stupid. Because if you really think about it, like, you know, when you do it, how this is, this is what happens. We weren't really there. Like, you just like, and you just pissing them off, and I'm just dying, bro. And I'm just like, y'all fall for this every time, and I'm just like, so it's quite entertaining. But yeah, when y'all be going back, like you and Reggie are comedy, bro. When you be,
it's all for laughs, man. You know, ain't nothing serious out here on these YouTube streets, man. It's all love, though.
Oh man, he called, bro. Like, I call you Young Pac. I call him the 50 Cent of YouTube because, oh my God, bro. When he pulled up on dude's show, like he just woke up and he was like just totally making him out. Oh, kill me on that. Y'all kill me on that over there, man. But Lamont's the ringleader, bro. He be. My God, I don't see us making any home run moves. Maybe a couple of singles and doubles. That ain't gonna make Africa happy. I'm telling you that right now. He ain't gonna have it, man. Eddie, thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Just sub to you, Jeff. You're awesome, man. Thanks for all the love you showed our GOAT DT. Hey, man, thank you, man. Hey, love is love. It's always good to reciprocate, man, because you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be I'm still small potatoes around here, man. I'm not even to 1,000 subs, man, but I wouldn't even be where I'm at if not for Dan, if not for DJ, if not for Kareem, if not for guys like Africa, Elder, like all these dudes who let me come on and talk basketball and pretty much showed me respect out the gate. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's a lot of people talking wild in these basketball streets. You know what I mean? So they had no reason to really like welcome me with open arms out the gate. You know what I mean? But it's I'm a good salesman. That's probably why. But outside of that, like, this channel wouldn't be what it is without Dan. Like I said, you know what I mean? Getting on around the league and how he's let me onto his platform repeatedly and showing me mad support. Same with Kareem. Kareem did a video and shouted me out heavy today. Was just pushing people over to my channel, and it's just love is love, man, and that's what it is. When you mutual respect, and like I said, me and Africa, like I said, I love talking basketball with Africa. That's all we do. It's all we want to do. We love this game and this sport so much, but every once in a while, it goes to a point where one of our community, one of our brothers, gets caught up in some stuff, and it's important to support in those times of need. You know what I mean? It's important because Dan has been doing this for over 6 years. He's got a monster channel. You know what I mean? And it just what happened was just bad luck, and he sucks. Yeah. So but I'm telling you, I'm gonna say this the same thing I always say about Dan, and then it's gonna sound weird at first, but I don't worry about Dan because Dan's a fighter. Dan always lands on his feet, and I don't worry about him because I know I know where the result's gonna be. I know where he's gonna land. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna do my part to help. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna do my part to contribute. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna help build him up mentally like he would do for me in a tough stretch. But I don't worry about the finish line with him because he's a winner. You know what I'm saying? So outside of that, because I tell you, at the end of the day, Dan is not a man who wants pity. You know what I mean? He's a man who wants results. So at the end of the day, all I can do is offer support. Push him if he's feeling down because he would do the same for me, and put my money where my mouth is and show support because that's what you do. I consider myself to be a real one, man. I really do. And in order to do that, you got to support the other real ones out there, and that's just law to me. You know what I'm saying? Darko wasn't happy with the officiating tonight. So you heard the audio, Africa? It was wild. You heard it?
Yeah. It was funny. It was real funny because he has the European accent too. It's even more extra hilarious, bro.
Okay. Yeah. What I don't understand. Okay, I would have definitely checked that out for sure, man. Tran, what's up, brother? Thank you for pulling up, brother. Appreciate you. Why is this dog flipping out so much? Well, what happened? I think my wife scared the hell out of my dog over here. What's wrong, buddy? My dog is a terrorist, so he's distracted. He's over here behaving and scared. Something happened, man. Fireworks or some shit, man. Hit the like button. Thank you, big baby. Appreciate you, man. Let me just get almost on here. How you been, bro? All good, man. All good, man. The Lakers winning 2 in a row. That makes me happy. But you know what it is, man. I wish we weren't. We're still not out of the woods though, for sure. Let me catch up on these guys. Sorry. What's up, my brother? They're closing the win. Scared. There we go. The coach of Raptors upset. Yeah, I gotta see this. Everyone, please like, subscribe. Let's get Jeff to $9.99 and then stop there. Come on, man. Come on. That's be some stuff that'll happen to me, man. Are the haters mad about the offensive foul? That was a clear offensive foul. Facts. It was a clear offensive foul. Hey, Sunday, salute to you. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate your continued support, man. Young Africa versus Joe. Who wins? We had that. It was great. That was a great one. You know what? I need to go back and find that and put that as like a short form video. Actually, it might not be short form. I think you and Joe went about 45 minutes, right?
Oh yeah. That was a solid conversation, man. That was a solid conversation. And I was trying to more understand than argue because we were talking about this even at the initial point of your thing of your channel where it's like a lot of people yell at each other. I'm trying to actually understand and learn, right? So just like I asked you today, like even though I feel like you should go all in, why do you think you shouldn't go all in? And how do you see it? Do you see it as one timeline or the other, or is it both, simultaneously? And I actually want to understand how other people see it because that will give me more of an understanding of what Rob Pelinka is thinking at the end of the day, right? And what I should expect from the Lakers. So yeah, that's me short. So shout out to Joe too, man. Yeah,
that was a great conversation. You know what's funny is because I'm glad that happened because I think a lot of people, and Joe will say this all the time, Joe, because of the way he talks, I think he comes off like more intimidating than he is. Joe is super cool, man. I've had tons of conversations both on camera and off camera with Joe. Joe is super dope, super cool. I don't know if it's his tone of voice or his dry sense of humor at times, but Joe is a really cool dude. So I think like when people like, oh, we need to see these two talk. But the funny thing was, I'm not going to lie. When they first started, part of me was like, oh, like this could go sideways because I hadn't known Joe that long yet. At that point when it happened, I've also known Africa for a long time, but I know Africa, like he's a debater, like he's ready at any time, right? So I'm sitting back waiting like, okay, this could get interesting, right? I'm like, and my channel's not known for this, right? But the two had a great conversation. They never got disrespectful. And it was exactly what Africa was saying. They were trying to, that's what I do. Like when I'm having conversations and when people disagree with me, I don't get like your band, get out of here. I'm like, I'm trying to understand your train of thought, right? How do you see it that way when I clearly see it so different? To me, those things interest me because we're looking at the same thing, the same situation, but we have two different opinions on it. I think that's both beautiful and confusing at the same time, right? So like the approach when you and Joe took, like it was great. Like it was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you actually got him to, I think, see a little bit more your way than he got you to see yours. And that's tough to do because Joe's like deep in his in his beliefs, right? But he's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
not naive. Like when you made points that made sense, and he's like, "Oh, maybe I didn't see it that way." And so that was I got to go find that one again, because that was a great conversation. I got to have Joe on too when we talk baseball up here too, man. Hey, no doubt, Dan, man. Like I said, you've done plenty for all of us, man. It's just reciprocation at this point, my brother. He's gonna be fine, Tina. Yeah, I can't wait to see this after the show is over. I just can't play the audio, man. Hey, the champion, shout out to you. Salute to you as well. If you guys are new in the building, man, like the video, subscribe to the channel. You're getting greatness with Young Africa on here for, like, man, good amount of time tonight here, man. And just the two of us. There's not a bunch of people on the panel screaming, getting crazy. You getting like a ton of Young Africa today. So it's hard to find that anywhere else here, man. Impact Jeff TV got you, man. That's how a GM runs a show. You see what I'm saying? That's how you build a future over here, man. Let's see. But Raptors, I can't wait to see this interview, because you hit it on the head. I love accents, especially when people are mad. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Eddie Wu says Genie has hands back, so it looks like he might be here to stay. Can we hire Rondo as an assistant coach? Max upside is ridiculous. I wouldn't trade him. AR and Max is our future backcourt. Thoughts, EPJ. Okay, so Genie does have hands back, and she's supposed to do that she's supposed to do that until she doesn't, really, but outside of that, she also has a financial interest here. They signed Darvin Ham to a 4-year contract. The Lakers are not in the business of sending people out of here to put them on PTO for 2.5 years. Like, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that yet. It has to be like, I understand the fan base is riled up. I understand a lot of different things, but Jeannie also had Luke Walton's back. She also had Frank Vogel's back until she didn't. You know what I'm saying? But this regime has not fired a coach in season, so I don't expect them to. That's why I've always said, guys, it's pointless to root against him, because I don't believe he's going anywhere. Not that I'm saying that he hasn't, deserved some criticism or a lot of criticism. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just not going to root against a guy who I believe is going to be our coach for the remainder of the year. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's like people who root against LeBron James while he's on the Lakers and they're Laker fans. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm hoping he figures it out, because that means the Lakers figure it out. But yeah, so there's that. Can we hire Rondo as an assistant? We can. I just don't think we will. They need an experienced offensive assistant on that bench, I believe. Max upside, I do like. And AR and Max, can be a part of the future. But unless, like Africa says, if there's a home run trade we can make, then teams are going to want those guys. You got to give to get in a high value trade. And with lacking draft assets and no real blue chip picks here, right? We'd have to give those guys up in any type of big deal. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant, man. And that's what makes it part 2 needs to happen. That's true. I got to line that up. Terrible call. Okay, Sam. Well, welcome to the chat. I haven't seen you before, so I'm assuming you're talking about the Toronto call. I'm curious to see what you guys thought was a terrible call. Because I'm seeing a lot of, I heard the Raptors coach went ballistic. I'm curious to see what you guys thought was such a terrible call. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Serge. Appreciate you. Joe's a good dude. He's just a passionate fan. This is true. Okay, one shot out. Dan, there we go. Jeff, I don't blame you. You're not playing the audio here. Also, you shouldn't start your intro with some Beatles songs. I never played Beatles songs, man. hey, the songs, the beats on my channel, I'm never gonna get in trouble for. Those are bought and paid for, got clearance on everything. Nothing on there. I'm straight with him. That's why. So if I did finally change up the beat for baseball, because everyone was saying you may never change your intro. I promise I never would, but that was for basketball, and I wanted a different sound for baseball. So that's up there now. That one's still fire though. It fits the vibe of but yeah, my music's safe, man. My music is absolutely safe. Let's see. I love the loyalty between Jeff, Dan, and Serge. Oh, for sure. I'm loyal to all my brothers, man. It's the way it's how it should be, man. I grew up in a loyalty era, man. Gotta be. Okay, finally caught up. I didn't think I'd ever catch up to these chats, man. But yeah, man. It's getting a little late up here, Africa. Well, he's on. What time is it where you at?
Oh, it's about midday right now.
Midday. Explain to me something real quick, because I want to understand something. Explain to me on something culture-wise. Mm-hmm. I read something. Explain to me the calendar in Ethiopia in the year. Like, what is that a real thing? I saw something like the other day. Like, what year are you guys in over there?
See, this is the interesting part, right? Where if you asked us what year we're currently, like, I think it's so it's 2024. We're always like 7 years behind. So it's 2016 right now, right? Technically 2016, and there's different years for different, but that's more for Orthodox Christians that have a different type of calendar. Okay. And so yeah, I've been to places in the world where it's like 2000, like it's 2100 already, so it's different times, but that's more the Orthodox Christian church, and that's because they go by the Gregorian calendar, right? It's
Okay.
behind the Gregorian calendar. They go by the Orthodox, the Coptic calendar. This is an ancient calendar of long ago, and so it's different, and it's got to do with like the date and the birth of Jesus, and they have a different date of Jesus than
Got
the
you. Okay.
Gregorian calendar. Yeah.
I don't remember how it came up, but I just remember someone was joking. It was like, I think it was a comedy thing. And someone was like, well, it's still what did he say? Like, it's 2016 in Ethiopia. I was like, wait,
Mm,
what? I
mm.
was like, and I was like, yeah. So I'm like, no, let me ask Africa about that next time. But
Yeah, yeah,
that,
yeah. I've
that
been
was
to places in
interesting.
the world where it's 2070 already, and other places in the world, like in the Arabian world, it's the year 1600 and something. So, amazing perception of time, perception of the world, right? That's why I'm so curious about YouTube and its potential of bringing all these different people from the world together, and we talk, especially on the game of basketball, the perspectives of the world, like you were just saying before, and how all of our perspectives are really influenced by our lives and what we see in life in general too. And so that's why I say, me personally, I live in a place in which you got to go all in to reap the fruits of your labor, right? And so maybe my own life and influences dictated that, whereas in other places maybe you can plant your seeds and wait for them to bloom over time, right? And so someone maybe from your experience might say something like, be patient and wait for the right time. The right time is the time in which you have the opportunity, in my word. And so, you got to grasp that instantly, which is where I'm talking from. And so it's interesting, which is why I enjoy dialoguing so much on these platforms, all the places of the world, the people that speak, they have different perspectives, man, and all to be respected, man. So shout out to the chat, most especially. Shout out to the chat.
Exactly, man. And shout out to all you guys, man. Is there any chance Rui survives the trade deadline? I don't know. I don't know at this point. I don't know. Time will tell. It's coming up soon, though. As far as when they can make moves, but absolutely, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my brother here, Young Africa, man. Like I said, honor and a privilege to have him on here and listen to him cook all night. Got to save my breath a little bit tonight. You guys didn't get punished with me talking about myself the whole night. So, you are welcome, obviously, anytime. So great to have you back over here. Hadn't seen you around for a little while, so happy to.
Blessings, man. I did some travels. I was traveling.
Yeah. I'm just happy
places,
I'm just saying we don't see someone for a
blessings,
while. It's
blessings.
YouTube,
No,
just
yeah, most
happy you're
definitely.
okay. Like, so people be like, I haven't heard him. Like, is he good? Like, so first of all, just happy you good. Happy you got the blessings. That's what's up. And
All love, man. I appreciate you, Jeff, man. We've been cooking for a minute now, and I always respected your perspective on the game and just how you spoke. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dan as well. He a cool guy, and you can just
yeah,
see the aura of brothers. Like when they talk and how they conduct themselves, like the vibe that they give out to the world and all these people that are watching. You can really feel that through a screen, actually. And so the sincerity is why I return, kept coming back, like the dialogue with you. So shout out to you, man. Thank you for pulling me up. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Dante. Shout out to Kurt. Shout out to all the people that stay active, search, you know what I mean? And to all the new people, subscribe, hit that like button. And even though we disagreed, I think the most valuable part of our conversation was when I was representing Clutch and you represented the Lakers franchise. And really the fan base, I think, is split in that way too, down the middle of go all in for LeBron's sake versus the future. And then there's others too that actually think Zach LaVine is that guy and he's the very guy that we essentially need. And so I'm a part of that as well. And so it's interesting how you played it, right? And so that's the question. What does Rob Pelinka think at the end of the day? Well, what does management think? What does the front office think? Do they think, all the people in the world, this Laker team has a chance with Zach LaVine and is a championship contender? Or do they believe that they need to hold pat and we've given you enough, LeBron James, and we've tried enough, and you have what you have and you deal with what you got? And at the end of the day, if it ain't enough, that means you wasn't enough, is what Rob Pelinka might be thinking. And you ain't gonna put my job on the line and my future on the line. And if that's the case, that's interesting, man. I'm not mad at that. They have done a lot for LeBron. To be real, when you talk about all the years and the trades and the moves, and I still feel at the end of the day, Jeff, that if you have a chance with one of the greatest players of all time, wearing a jersey that's one of the greatest franchises of all time, that you don't pass that up for the future, Jeff. But that's just me, though. And I'm
no,
going
I
to leave
hear
it at
you.
that.
No, I
Peace
hear
and
you.
love, my brother. And thank you, as always, for allowing me to pull up.
Nah, salute to you, brother. Come back soon. I'll be back on here pretty much. I got a couple more days this week. I'll be back on here, so make sure
All
to pull
love,
up.
man.
All right, bro.
Always, man. Peace.
Peace. Appreciate you. The great Young Africa, ladies and gentlemen, man. Thank you guys so much for pulling up. Hey, Chris Rivera, thank you so much for pulling up. Appreciate the support. Love that you love the channel. Thank you, guys. Really dope to have Africa on tonight, man. I love talking basketball with him. I've loved talking basketball with him since the first time I talked basketball with him. And we built a pretty good rapport early. And anytime I get to share the screen with him and talk basketball, he's just a blessing, man. So shout out to him. Held it down the entire show tonight, whole second half of the game, whole post game here. A little different vibe of a show tonight. I'm sorry. You guys know I usually get to every one of your guys' chats except for when I got someone on the panel, but I still did the best I could to get to all of them. And we'll have some more like Q&A, answer every chat on the next one. So appreciate you guys, man. Young Africa pulling Adele and Jeff pulling Jay Moore. Oh my God, this dude Kurt, bro. But thank you guys, man. You guys could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that, man. The Lakers won 2 in a row. If you haven't done so already, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you catch the replay, drop a comment in the comment section. Appreciate you guys all so much. Have a good, safe rest of your night for what's left of it. Have a great Wednesday, and I will catch you guys here tomorrow back on Empire Jeff TV. Y'all stay safe, man. And once again, shout out my guy, Africa, man. Shout out to the Max Christie's offensive rebound of the clutch. Facts. All caps, no cap. You know what I mean by that. But appreciate you, Young Africa, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate all you guys, man. I'm going to head on out of here, man. Catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.